Are you ready for it? I'm about to sound like a hypocrite. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan
Yeah.
was one of my favorite parts of that game.
Really? You want to know? Okay. You want to know?
Hold on, wait, Mr. Benetton. Like, how do I sound right now to you?
Hear me out. It doesn't sound crazy because it's not like Kamala Khan was, in terms of gameplay, was terrible. There's just a person I would have preferred. Like, I would have preferred that you chose Kate Bishop, who becomes the new.
Oh, Kate Bishop was my favorite part of that game. Yeah. Kate Bishop was my favorite character to play within that game. She was the best character in that game. But hold on, wait a minute. Now we're talking about Kamala Khan. We're talking about Kate Bishop. We're also talking about SOULfist. When SOULfist says, "Yeah, I think Kamala Khan and Kate Bishop was some of the best parts of that game." How does that sound to you, Mr. Benton?
It sounds well, I mean, I know you on a personal level, so I know how much you love female characters. But also, it's not like that's a controversial take to me. Like, they're amazing characters.
See, and I appreciate you say that because you're the first person to ever fucking talk to SOULfist and say that. SOULfist loves female characters. SOULfist loves female characters. SOULfist hates when female characters are written to make male characters look like shit, and they don't have a real character arc, and they're just bullshit. You know what I mean?
Like, Ray. We hate Ray.
But if you say, "Man, I hate Ray," or like, I know you're not a big fan of Fairy Tail, but I'm saying, "Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Urza Scarlet." I'm not like, I think her character is bullshit. You just hate strong female characters. Well, hold on, time out. I love Fairy Tail because I love Fairy Tail, and also, you know who my favorite character in Fairy Tail is?
Who? Is it Chicken Wear Blue? Yeah, her.
Lucy Hartfield.
Yeah. No, I'll do you one better. I was told, me. Well, hold on. So
Fifi, we doing the whole podcast. Hold on, Miss Benson. I dropped a piece of my goddamn statue. Now I gotta find it in the carpet. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, take your time. Don't you take some time thinking about that? They said me. And I'm actually a feminist. No, my favorite character. Jedi Master Shanti. Or at least as far as the heroes are concerned, Jedi Shanti.
Got it.
That's not true. No, I hate Ray. I'll do one there. We're both Power Rangers.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ben. I had to do something real quick, but only point I was making is like Kamala Khan was great. Her gameplay was great. The way she was used in the story was great. The reason why I like her in the story of Marvel's Avengers, PS4, PS5, and the reason why I don't like her in the comics is the same reason I like Miles Morales in the PS4, PS5, Insomniac Spider-Man games or Into the Spider-Verse, and the same reason I hate Miles Morales in the comics is because if you watch Into the Spider-Verse, or what's the second movie called? Across the Spider-Verse, or if you played the Insomniac games, Miles Morales actually has a character.
Right.
If you play with Kamala Khan or played the story of the Avengers for PS5, Kamala Khan actually has a character. If you read their comics, Miles is black, Kamala's from Pakistan, and Miles is the new Spider-Man, and Kamala's the new Ms. Marvel. And it's just like, what else?
True. Okay.
But see, when I explain that to people, Mr. Benson, when I try to explain to them, they just like, you just hate minority and female characters. Can you just admit you hate minority and female characters? I'm like, what? Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
That's not what that person told you.
It's just like, are you not listening to what I'm saying? Or like Kate Bishop. I watched the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus.
Great.
What's her name? She's great. She was also in 17 again. He was in a lot of it.
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld was a great actress. I thought she did great. Anytime I see her in a movie, I thought she's great. The way she played Kate Bishop, I thought she was great. There was a little kind of like there were some things I was like, all right, she's like the luckiest fucking character in the history of characters. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but
There's some moments where you have to throw away suspension of disbelief. But in terms of what you're seeing on screen, nah, she ain't bad at all.
she was great.
There's worse iteration. There's worse iteration. Listen, there are ways this could have gone, and it didn't go those ways.
Yeah, no, it was compared to those ways. She was great. In Marvel's Avengers, Kate Bishop was great. I love her, but you know why? One, she came out after Hawkeye, and two, in the story, she didn't exist to make Hawkeye look fucking worthless. Hawkeye still had a purpose. She didn't, if anything, she was a compliment to him, not to replace him. And I always say, compliment, do not replace your heroes. But if you look at Kate Bishop in the comics, yeah, she's here to replace Hawkeye. I was like, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I was going to tell you this. Me, the biggest feminist that you know. I am quite literally the biggest feminist that you know.
Yeah.
I was told that
you don't even like Ray, so.
And it's like, and here's the catch. I'm like, there are better fundamental. Like Ray is so bad.
You mean like Ripley from Alien, or the Charmed Sisters, or Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or the Pop-Up Girls, or any of the female Power Rangers, or Kim Possible?
No, I'll do you one better. We're both Power Ranger fans. Who have we said is quintessentially one of the best leaders in Power Ranger lore?
Madison.
Jennifer Scott's.
Oh, yeah. Pink Time Force? Yeah, Time Force Pink? Yeah. Now, granted, that does not mean I think she should be the Red Ranger.
No.
That does not mean I think she should be the Red Ranger. No, Wes is the Red Ranger. But that doesn't mean I'm against a woman being the Red Ranger. Doesn't mean that at all. I'm just saying Wes had a purpose. Wes had a purpose.
No, but here's my thing. I'm going to say something very controversial about Wes. I say that as far as I'm concerned.
Hold on, you might want to word this carefully because there will be no Wes disrespect on my stream. No. Wes is one of the best Red Rangers of all time.
He is, but I will make the argument that he is a temporal liability at being a Ranger.
Who gives a fuck? Nigga Wes, he the Red Ranger. Nigga go battleize and he go beat niggas ass. And
hear me out. The reason why I say that he is a temporal liability, his aim was to unlock the chronomorphers, right? Because it's linked to the DNA of the characters, right? Here's my response. What happens to Alex if Wes dies in 2001? He doesn't get born. If he doesn't get born, then Jennifer Scott can't go on the mission then Rancic runs rampant in the year 3000 and no one's there to stop him initially. And if no one's there to stop him initially, then Jennifer Scott and all those other characters are in a fundamentally worse spot. So I would make an argument that he is temporal as far as the temporal mechanics.
Let me tell you why you're wrong.
Why?
Let me tell you why you're wrong. Because you're technically right and everything you said is correct. But Wes is that guy.
Yeah, he is.
Wes is that guy. Wait, no, I gotta get it off. I gotta gobble on Wes for a second. I gotta gobble on him. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta gobble. Wes is that guy. Wes was that dude. Born rich, never had a problem in his life, but still felt like, oh man, I still want to kind of help people out. You know what I mean? Put himself in danger. No rich kid puts themselves in danger. And Jim was like, you think this is a game? And Wes was like, no, I really want to help. Like, I really want to do shit. Like, I really want to be out here like this. I really want to be in the streets. I really want to run that set, nigga. Time Force.
Right? He really did.
I really want to run that set. I'm not doing this because I think it's fun. Or why would I want to get shot at for fun? You're fucking crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. I really want to do this. And then when it came time to doing it, who could do it better than Wes? Who could do it better than Wes, bro? And then Wes was the guy who tricked his own team and sent them to the future. It's like, nah, y'all go to the future. I'm gonna fight this whole army by myself. Wes, no, don't do it. Wes like, get the fuck out of here. I got it. I got it. Me and Eric, we got this
for a
shit.
while. It was just him and Eric for a minute, and
then Eric
got hurt.
Yeah, him and Eric were like, me and Eric, we got the shit. Y'all go, Wes, no, please, no. Wes like, get the fuck out of here. Go back to the future. You're good. Trust me, by the time you get to the future, the timeline will still be the same. You know why? Because, nigga, I'm about to win. I'm about to win, bro. This is like, nigga, I'm that dope. I'm Wes.
like the fact that he was like, the timeline will be saved. Why?
Mr. Bennington, Wes is that guy. He was that guy, bro. So he was like, he's a temporal liability. No, he's not. If he was anybody but Wes, yeah, he would be. But that nigga is Wes. He's that guy, bro. Wes got trapped in the Jurassic era.
And he got trapped back home.
And he got back home. There was nobody there to help him.
Back home.
And Eric was trying to kill him. And he still got home. And then when all that finished, Eric was like, damn, nigga, I think you really that guy for real, though, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I really think you that guy. My bad, bro. Like, I kind of hated you because you was rich. And I was part of the fucking Silver Eagles? Silver Guardians? What?
Silver Guardians.
Yeah, I'm part of the Silver Guardians. I thought you was just a rich kid. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you was a bitch, but you really that guy. Like, you for real, that guy. My bad, bro. Like, for real. No, Eric told him, my bad, bro. You really that guy? I'm sorry. I apologize. I came to the past to get Quantosaurus Rex. You followed me. You stopped me. But you let me keep Quantosaurus Rex? You let me keep him because you was like, if you do some bullshit, I'll just stop you again.
Right.
And you got us both home?
Yeah, you live.
And then at the end of the day, the Time Force Rangers go back to the future. Wes and Eric stay behind and they stay in a timeline. Wes joins the Silver Guardians. Yeah. And then Tommy Oliver hits Wes up and he's like, hey, man. The last 5 generals of the Machine Empire are trying to revive Serpentera on the moon. I'm calling up all the Red Rangers, Wes. I need your help. And Wes is like, yeah, that's cool. But we ain't doing this without Eric, though.
Right. We ain't doing this without my nigga, though.
We ain't doing it. And what is Wes doing at that point in his life? He's chilling.
Right.
He's a commander of the Silver Guardians.
No, I'll do you one better. Without Wes, SPD is not formed.
Oh, Time Force chronologically is directly responsible for SPD being formed. Directly responsible. If there was no Time Force, and here's the crazy thing. So I know this might sound backwards, and if anybody isn't into Power Rangers lore, I'm pretty sure we're not making no fucking sense right now. Yeah. Time Force was formed after SPD chronologically.
Yes.
But if Time Force was not formed and they did not send agents into the past to meet Wes, then there would be no SPD, which means there would be no Time Force.
No, because the technology that forms the SPD morphers was created
in the future by Time Force.
But essentially, what's his name? Anubis Kruger, who is by the way the greatest Ranger mentor of all time. Yeah, I said it.
Well, wait a minute. Tommy Oliver was the Brachio Ranger.
He wasn't Anubis Kruger, though. Anubis was there.
Tommy Oliver was the Brachio Ranger. Listen, Shadow Ranger's dope. No, hold on. I'm not slandering Shadow Ranger. Shadow Ranger's dope. Shadow Ranger's my nigga. I love Shadow Ranger. I'm not slandering Shadow Ranger, Mr. Benson. Shadow Ranger is dope. I love Shadow Ranger. He killed 100 Crybots in 2 minutes.
That shit was wild.
Bro, he killed 100 Crybots in 2 minutes. However,
why are we not throwing him at all of our problems? Why are we not?
Because Kruger couldn't. This is one thing I don't like about SPD. There were so many episodes of SPD after Kruger became Shadow Ranger that Kruger was not a part of. Where I was like, "Where the fuck is Shadow Ranger?
Where the fuck is Shadow Ranger?"
But from a narrative standpoint, you know where he was? He was at SPD command.
Yeah, he was
chilling.
He was the commander.
And he was just sitting, hanging out, chilling. Nah, my Rangers got this. My Rangers got that was his line. My Rangers got this. My Rangers got this. I'm like, well, how about you go down there and you just finish this?
Handle this problem, please.
Nah, my Rangers got this, Mr. Bennington. Okay, Commander Kruger, if you go down there for a minute and a half, these problems would be over. No, my Rangers got this. Okay, listen, but you're the Shadow Ranger. If you go down there, it's over. Problem solved. Like, nah, my Rangers got this. Okay, listen, but they're losing. Nah, they got SWAT mode, but they're still losing.
Listen, I'm not jumping in. I put it like this. You know what he was? He was a bleach captain. If I have to save my lieutenant has no business being my lieutenant.
Yeah, but you bitch ass Yamamoto nigga, you can kill everybody in 5 seconds.
If I have to go down there and save that nigga's getting replaced that day.
Okay, I respect that. So save them, then replace them. That's what I'm saying. Save them, then replace them. Keep in mind, nigga. Like if you was talking like my nigga, for real shit. If you was talking about Alpha Squad, I would get that logic. You're talking about Beta. Bravo, whatever the fuck they were called. B Squad. Bravo. My bad. If you're talking about Bravo, I get it. But nigga, we're not talking about Alpha, we're talking about Bravo, which means these were the niggas that was the last resort to back up the niggas that you knew could handle everything. These are not the niggas that can handle everything. No, listen, no, do you understand my logic?
Yeah.
These were the niggas that was the last resort to the niggas that you knew can handle everything.
They were not meant.
These were the backup niggas. These were the backup niggas. I don't know if there is a Charlie Squad or not.
They do have a Charlie Squad, and they really, really aren't made to back up anything.
Damn. Do they got morphers?
I don't even know if they have more. I'll put it like this. You know who is on
they can't have, because if they have morphers, that means they connect to the morphing grid, which means they gotta be on some shit.
Sophie was a part of that squad.
So they don't got morphers, yeah. They don't got morphers.
They don't have morphers.
So Charlie Squad is useless. If they don't got morphers, that means they're not connected to the morphing grid, which means they don't got cosmic juice, which means they're useless. So all Charlie Squad means is you next in line of being Bravo.
Right.
Which means you next in line to be Alpha.
Right.
But then Bravo beat Alpha though, bro. Like,
no, but Bravo. Well, no, but that's why I was going to correct you. The Bravo team for SPD, the one that we're used to, the reason why they were specifically made, like their parents were hit with cosmic energy to make these 5 people, which is why they had extra.
Yeah, but they know that shit. I get it. They had powers outside being morphed. I get that, but these niggas ain't know that shit, bro. Huh? they ain't know that shit, bro. The first time they met Alpha Squad, they got their ass handed to them. First time.
They got done dirty.
They got folded, bro. They got folded. Listen, I'll put it to you this way: Bravo got folded so bad. If it wasn't a children's TV show, Bravo would have died that time.
Children would have died that day.
They would have died that day. But since it's a children's TV show, they got to lose and come back better and win.
They literally cannot.
This is real life, bro. This is real life. If SPD Bravo would have met Alpha that day and fought them that day, they all would have died.
They're done.
Right. But since it's a TV show and the heroes have to win, then they're gonna lose, but we're gonna write a reason to the plot for they could kind of get away and come back stronger the next time and then beat them again. And here's the crazy thing: they came back the next time, it was still losing.
Yeah, they were like literally Alpha Squad really are the niggas that they say they are. They really are that. That's what
I don't even know how the fuck did they lose. It's like Bravo was like, oh well, we don't feel like losing to you today, and then they won, and then I was like, that's not how that works. I don't care if you went SWAT mode and Battleizer. I don't give a fuck. They was beating your ass. How did you
They were on your ass, bro. Like, no, you do not get to pretend. You do not get to pretend like you are not out here taking this L. You was out here getting your ass wholly whooped in these streets.
But mine is SPD. Mine is SWAT. We need to do a whole fucking Power Rangers lore is so deep, so rich. I still want to talk. I want to have a one-on-one stream on why you dislike Nick, Mystic Force, Red Ranger, the Red Phoenix.
I actually changed my position on Nick. I'm not.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Yes.
Oh, Nick. Yes, Mr. Finger Snap.
Yes. Everything, dragging everything. My argument now is no longer that he is a terrible character per se. I think he is.
I never understood that argument. I just want to say I never got it. Like, because for what Nick was to the plot, I never understood that argument.
Yeah. What I'm saying is he is. I do not believe he's in the right position. He shouldn't be the leader of the team.
Oh no! Listen, and I never disagree with you. This I think either Xander or Madison would have been a better Red Ranger. However,
not better Red Ranger necessarily, because the Red Ranger doesn't always have to be the leader of the team. I.e.,
no, and this is where we disagree. To me, the Red Ranger needs to be the leader of the team.
Does he
need. Oh, my bad. Hold on, wait. I'm saying this backwards. Yeah, my bad. I agree with you. My bad. The Red Ranger doesn't have to be the leader of the team. If you look at Time Force, the Pink Ranger was the leader of the team. However, the Red Ranger needs to be the strongest in the team. And when it comes to Mystic Force, could Madison or Xander beat Nick in a fight?
Is it a battle of attrition?
Any type of battle. Battle of wits, battle of attrition, battle of skills.
Because if it comes down to a battle of attrition, Xander might have Nick. He's not going down. He ain't going.
So that's if you just look at attrition. If you also look at how much Xander studies, how long he's been studying magic, and how much magic he knows, and compare him to Nick. Nick don't fucking study. Nick don't know as much magic as Xander, and Nick has not been studying magic as long as Xander. So Nick is basically brand fucking new, and he's never read the manual, and he's still stronger than Xander. So imagine if Nick did what Xander did. This is what I'm talking about: strength, natural talent, raw power. Can anybody on Mystic Force really fuck with Nick, the son of Udana and Korag? Can really anybody really?
Korag, that's it.
Huh?
None of his.
No. I mean on the Mystic Force team.
Oh, no one.
Chip, you know what I mean? Chip, Xander.
Maybe.
Oh, Solaris Knight? Oh, okay. Maybe. Yeah. Solaris Knight, maybe. Yeah. I'm not talking about Solaris Knight. Fuck, Solaris, he's his own thing. That motherfucker's a whole different beast. I'm talking about the core Mystic Force team.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Udana. I'm not talking about Daggeron. I'm not talking about Korag. I'm talking about just the Mystic Force team.
The five
can with all their training, all their experience over Nick, all their knowledge over Nick.
They don't have that much experience over Nick. Like he morphed.
They were there for like a good solid year before Nick showed up.
No, but they didn't know magic at that time. They all learned magic around the same time.
No, they didn't. No. Go back, watch the first episode again. By the time Nick showed up, they were already the Mystic Force Power Rangers. They just didn't have a Red Ranger.
Oh, okay.
Nick's problem was he didn't believe magic really fucking existed. So he couldn't he couldn't morph. Because the key to the Mystic Force powers is not like the Time Force powers where you need DNA, or it's not like the Mighty Morphin powers where you need to be chosen, or it's not like the Lightspeed Rescue powers where you just need to be fucking given the morpher. Here you go. And it's like the key to the Mystic Force powers is like you really need to believe magic exists and it's real. Nick didn't do that. When Nick finally believed, okay, I believe magic is real. Fuck it, I believe it. Fuck it, I'm about to die, nigga. Magic exists. I believe this shit. Yeah. When Nick finally believed magic was real, that nigga became unstoppable.
Yeah,
unstoppable. But except unless your name is Korag, and that's his daddy.
And that's his pops. That's your pops. But I was gonna say, but that goes back to what I was saying. I'm like, I just don't believe he should be the leader of the team. I'm not saying he should be gone. I'm not saying he should.
No. So the argument I was making, Mr. Bennington, was not leadership. Because people say, well, if you're the Red Ranger, then you're the leader. No,
not true.
No, because Tommy was the Green and the White Ranger, and he was the leader. People argue, no, Jason was the leader. Okay, maybe Jason. Yeah, when Jason was in charge, yeah, Jason. But when Rocky became the Red Ranger, no, Tommy was the leader, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
Let's keep it a buck.
Or if you look at like Jen for Time Force, Jen was the leader, bro. Let's keep it a buck. You look at like SPD, Sky was the leader. Let's just keep it a buck.
No, that was Jack. Jack was the technical leader.
No. In the second half of the series,
okay.
Jack was the leader.
Yeah.
In the beginning, the leader was Sky. Matter of fact, it was Sky who told Jack when Jack was like, "I'm Red Ranger. That's an order. Do what I say." It was Sky that came up to him and was like, "Listen, bro, you're the Red Ranger, so I'm gonna do what you say because this is a military organization. But you're not a fucking leader. You're not a fucking leader, bro. Nobody respects you. Nobody wants to follow your orders. We're doing it because we have to. You're a bitch.
Literally, we get in trouble if we don't."
Yeah. And basically, long story short, Sky told him, bro, you're a bitch.
You bitch made, bro.
Yeah. And then what happened at the end of the episode? Sky comes outside. Jack's running the obstacle course. And Sky was like, oh, okay. All right. Next time you give me an order, I'll listen to you.
All right. Fair.
You know why? Because you've now earned your place as my leader.
Yeah.
Right. And there's other Rangers I could think of who wasn't really the leader of their team. Like the Operation Overdrive Red Ranger was just the most. And then the Jungle Fury Red Ranger. Now, okay, here's one thing. I shit on Jungle Fury more than anybody on the planet. But one thing I will say, I know you kind of like Jungle Fury, and you know,
I liked it.
Yeah. I shit on the Jungle Fury Red Ranger for one reason only.
He didn't have a battleizer.
He don't have a battleizer. You're the shittiest Red Ranger of all time.
That's not true. Jason didn't have a battleizer.
Who?
Jason didn't have a battleizer.
No, my bad. Well, Jason didn't have a battleizer, but he was gifted the dragon shield from Tommy before he lost his green dragon powers. And so, but the only point I'm making is and
Tommy didn't have the battleizer for both Turbo and Zeo, but the battleizer concept
didn't exist until space. So I give them leeway on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Once the battleizer was introduced, every fucking Red Ranger had a battleizer. Until 20 years later, we get to Jungle Fury. Oh, my name's I'm the Jungle Fury Red Ranger. Oh, I'm a tiger.
No. Take that back. They just had Jungle Master mode, which is not battleizer.
Right. So once you got to Dino Thunder,
battleizer,
every Ranger had an ability to accelerate their powers.
Yeah.
With Super Dino mode, SWAT mode, etc., Mystic Master mode, etc. So every Ranger had a way to increase their power, but the Red Ranger had a way to increase their power and then use the battleizer.
Right.
So basically, everybody can go Super Saiyan. Nigga, I can go Super Saiyan too.
Right.
You get to Jungle Fury, we can all go Super Saiyan. And Red Ranger's like, I can go Super Saiyan. Can you go Super Saiyan too? No? Oh, nigga, you a bitch. That's basically what the Jungle Fury Red Ranger was to me. You can't even go Super Saiyan too.
Yeah, but I will say in terms of the story or crafted around Jungle Fury.
So I rewatched Jungle Fury maybe like a year or two ago. I think it was like 2 years ago. And I was rewatching it. Same thing with RPM. I didn't like RPM the first time I watched it either. And I was rewatching it. I was like,
it's the suits.
It was the suits. I was like, I can't get into this shit. But I rewatched Jungle Fury was not Jungle Fury. RPM was super meta. And it was more like a deconstruction and a commentary of like Power Rangers lore, kind of in a sense. But yeah.
But also I like the fact that it was way darker than most seasons. Holy shit.
We didn't up until RPM, we didn't have a series that dark since like fucking Time Force, probably.
Maybe Space, Time Force, and Lost Galaxy. That's when we went dark.
Yeah, right. But RPM got fucking dark. So well, I guess the point I'm making is like with Jungle Fury, the Red Ranger, I was just like, this nigga's a bitch. You don't even got a battleizer. But when I rewatched it, I was like, damn, this nigga sucks. And I kind of felt like when I rewatched it again, I felt like I was watching Naruto. I was like, man, this nigga's trash.
It was very much Naruto.
and this nigga is trash. But then the more I watched, I was like, oh, look at him. Oh shit. Look at him. He's like, he was getting better. Not only was he getting better, he was challenging masters. And then he was getting his ass kicked. They would come back, and I was like, oh, look at him. He's getting better.
I felt the same way about. Honestly, I loved what we did with Jared because he's just Power Rangers. He's just Power Ranger Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
He's just Power Ranger Darth Vader, and I like that because he really.
Talking about Taishi. Yeah. So let me tell you why I will never get a nigga credit.
Why?
It has nothing to do with him or his character arc or his story. It's the opening theme song. Why? Yeah, I know. I'm not shallow. It's the opening theme song. It gets to the point where I already hate the song of Jungle Fury so much. I already hate it with every fiber of my body.
Right.
But when it go like, when it's like, we are the Power Rangers, Jungle Fury. I hate that, right? But when they go like, Daichi, go away. We're here to say the day. I was like, turn this shit off. I was like, turn this shit off. Cause we go from this. Listen, we go. There's a light in the distance. See it coming closer. With the force of ages, centuries gone by. We go from that, and then we, you know what I mean? Like we go from that to. I was like, turn this shit off. Turn this shit off, bro. I don't. We go from this spirit of the wind and the strength of thunder. Power Rangers, go Ninjas, let's go. And then we go to shit. Oh, what? I was like, nah, turn this shit off. I don't want to hear this shit, bro. I don't want to hear this shit.
This is the worst opening ever, bro.
Word. The Power Rangers, Jungle Fury.
Nah, that's just...
we're fast, we're unstoppable. I was like, oh no. And then the theme song claimed the unstoppable, but every time they fought Jungle Masters, they got their ass kicked. I was like, bro, get the fuck out of my face, bro.
Well, in their defense, those masters were actually something to deal with, bro.
No, fuck that. You can morph. They can't. Who could beat a Power Ranger in a one-on-one fight? You can morph. They can't.
RJ was doing them boys dirty.
But that's the point I'm making. Listen. I was told, based off Power Rangers lore, when you morph, you have, while you're in the suit, you are imbued with cosmic power. You have enough stamina to last you for 10 days and 10 nights. You could withstand anything: bullets, bombs, rockets, missiles, lasers, explosions, and receive no harm. You can summon cosmic weapons and powers in the palm of your hand without having to store it. You have a 40-foot tall sentient robot that listens to your command, that will do whatever the fuck you wanted to do, and you got beat up by a monkey.
They were students, though.
You have enough strength to toss a boulder with one hand. You have enough strength in your legs to jump across a city like the Incredible Hulk. Like if you ever watch Power Rangers, and they always do this. Every Power Ranger show do this. They have this one shot when all the Rangers would show up on the scene, and you just see them flipping through the air. Yeah, you know what I mean. And they land. Them motherfuckers jumped from like 20, 30 miles away. And then they landed. You only saw them land. They jumped from like fucking from
300 miles away and shit. Like
they jumped from forever away. You got beat up by a monkey or a zebra or whatever the fuck. I don't care. Like you got.
I think they were really trying to emphasize the student teacher dynamic in Power Rangers Jungle Fury.
I'm trying to understand why the Power Rangers lost the fight. That's what I'm trying to understand.
I get it. I get it. But I think that they're trying to that was more driven by the narratives more so than it was driven by the lore. Now, but once again, I understand why that will bother some people. Now, it bothered a whole lot of people, from my understanding. But That, but
Like
Jonas
if
Bell
you
was
went and watched was it Hasbro? That live action Power Rangers movie that came out a couple of years ago.
the Lionsgate movie, yeah, the
Lionsgate.
2017.
The Lionsgate. And then fucking Billy.
Yeah,
Just be like after he got connected to the morphing grid. Not even morphed, just connected to the morphing grid. And his bully tried to bully him. He tried to headbutt him.
and it didn't
He
work.
knocked himself out
Yeah,
because even in their base form,
they're
Power
too
Rangers is
strong.
so fucking unstoppable that they could shatter a putty made of solid fucking earth with their bare fists. And you lost to a fucking monkey in a fight? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It irritates the fuck out of me. Because once you connect to the morphing grid, even in your base form, you can shatter putties. You can shatter putties who are made of solid earth.
You're actually built different. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Crybots are made of metal. Miss Middleton, if I put a robot in front of you made of solid metal,
I'm
and I
not
said,
winning
hey,
that fight without shooting it.
even if you shoot it, you still ain't probably gonna
Yeah,
win.
it's not. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like, but they beat putties down unmorphed with their bare hands because they're just that strong. So it's just like, oh, okay, well, you lost to a monkey. I don't know. Maybe the Jungle Masters is just that fucking powerful.
Maybe
But
no, but honestly, I just think it was just guided by the fact that these were students being taught. These are these were. It was very narrative driven in that regard.
right, but I feel like you can still have your narrative story. How can I explain this? Okay. The Supergirl CW series.
Yeah.
Season 1 and 2, Supergirl was learning how to fight. She was strong, she was unstoppable, but she didn't know how to fight. So if
So
she
then
found herself in a situation where she couldn't use her powers, she would lose the fight. So her sister Alex was like, "Well, I'm gonna teach you how to fight." And Supergirl was like, "Well,
have
you
no
can't teach
hands.
me how to fight. I'm stronger than you. I'm faster than you. You can't teach me how to fight. Like, there's nothing you can do to me." So they put Supergirl, Kara,
Red Sun.
and they put Alex in a room filled with red sun radiation. And Alex like, okay, now let's fight. Supergirl's like, oh, okay, I'm Supergirl. I'm gonna do it. Alex like, no, you don't got no powers here, shorty.
I ain't got nothing here for you. I'm about to beat your bitch ass.
I'm about to beat your ass. And then Alex trained her and taught her how to fight. In that situation, I understand it and I accept the story you're telling me because you just explained to me why the fuck Alex can whoop Supergirl's ass. Yeah, because when it comes to skill, Alex is better. But Supergirl's power is so great, her skill doesn't matter. So if you remove her power and now all we have left is skill, oh yeah. Oh, I get it.
Yeah. It's the same, it's kind of the same lesson that Oliver was trying to teach Barry. It's like, nigga, you have to be able to think about what you're
But here's the thing. Oliver's skill was so great. And that's because Oliver's just Oliver. Oliver's skill was so great. He's like, I don't care how fast you are. You're gonna run over there and you're gonna run back here, and I'm gonna shoot you with an arrow. Barry's like, no, you're not. Oliver's like, yes, I am.
Yes, I am. I'm going to shoot you in the fucking.
And Barry's like, no, you're not. Oliver's like, yes, I am. Now go run over there and run back here, and then I'm going to shoot you. Barry's like, okay, cool, bitch ass nigga. You think I'm the bitch? Nigga, I'm the Flash. I don't give a fuck. So Barry, what did Barry do? He ran over there. He ran back. Oliver shot the arrow. He caught it. Ha, nigga, I saw your arrow was moving in slow motion, bitch ass nigga. I'm the Flash. And then while he's talking his shit, what happens? Nigga gets shot in the back. Ah, I got shot. What the fuck happened? I was like, oh, I placed a trap over there like fucking like forever ago. Like I was just waiting, you know. I knew I was going to shoot you. You know why? Because my skill is just that good.
One, and I was counting on your arrogance. You rely too much on your superpowers to save you through your bullshit.
Mm-hmm. You know what that means? Nigga, you don't got shit. You don't got shit. Because, you know, I love the way Oliver explained it. Barry's like, you cheated. And I was like, Oliver, I was like, did I? Barry, with your speed, before you ran up in my face and started talking shit, you could have cased this entire place 5 times over. And you would have found every trap I laid before you even spoke to me. But what did you do? You ran straight up to me and challenged me because you're that fucking arrogant. Barry, do you know what I could have did? You know what I would be doing if I had your powers?
I'll be murdering people by accident.
And that was at the point in his career when Oliver decided to stop killing niggas. That was when Oliver was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop killing niggas. I'm gonna stop. It's making my life harder. I'm done. I ain't killing niggas no more.
With that being said, that's insane when you say it out loud.
What you mean?
Like when you like if Oliver had Barry speed, Oliver will be Reverse Flash. He'd just be good Reverse Flash.
Damn, that's more terrifying.
That's terrifying.
That's like if we about to go rob this bank. Hell yeah, man! Let's break in here. And the second you kick the door open, a second later you're in a prison cell handcuffed.
Honestly, I think the major problem with Flash, and I say this even with Flash in the comic books, is that he's way too strong for his Rose Gallery. He's just way too strong for him. If he's not fighting if he's not fighting evil Flash, and this was the problem that
or Zoom or Savitar or Godspeed or Reverse Flash or
if he's not fighting another him, he's not losing a fight.
No. But you remember there was one storyline
with the Thinker.
No, or the Thinker, but the Thinker, that's a different type of fight. The Thinker is not about to fight you. The Thinker knows what's going to happen. Like he's like, I can think faster than you can run. So before you even fight me, I'm gonna do this thing, and then you're gonna do this. So if you do that, I'm gonna do this. So if you do this, I'm gonna do that. So if you do this, I'm gonna do that. So if you do this, I'm gonna do that. If you do this, I'm gonna do it. And he plans it like 150 moves ahead, and he's just like, I already know what's about to happen. That's cool. It don't matter. I'm doing my plan now. Yeah, so and now Barry's reacting while Thinker is predicting. That's the fight. That's the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just but like with there was one storyline, not the Thinker. The Thinker is great. In the CW verse or the comic book Flash.
You like the season 4.
Season 4. Bro, when Barry went to jail, I was like, bro, this nigga's the greatest. This is the greatest villain. 10 out of 10. Best villain. I was like 10 out of 10. You frame this nigga for killing you when you knew you were going to put your mind in a different body. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. It was because the whole first half of the season, you on Team Flash. You're like, yeah, Flash is gonna get the Thinker. We gonna catch this nigga, bro. This nigga's gonna be a wrap, bro. This a mid-season villain. He ain't making it past the halfway mark.
Oh yeah, he is.
Then you get to like episode 12, and then Flash goes to jail, and you're like, wait a minute. This nigga's the only villain for the whole season?
Yeah.
Wait, the whole time Barry was just walking into his trap?
Yeah.
The whole time. It was like the whole time?
Yeah.
I thought Barry was up. I thought he was winning. I thought we had this nigga, bro.
No. like honestly, now that you go back and watch season 3 because season 3 of the Flash, I still maintain is
worst season.
Not great at all. But season 3 also has some of my favorite episodes, like the
Miss Benson. Explain this to the audience. Once again, I remind you, you're the co-host, so explain this to the audience. I gotta run to the restroom real quick, so explain. I'm gonna come back.
All right, go ahead. Season 3 of Flash has some of the best episodes of the Flash, like the Dominator crossover episodes, like between Arrow, Flash, Legends, and Supergirl. That all happened during season 3 of Flash. I want to say season 5 of Arrow, season 2 or season 3 of Legends, and I want to say season 3 of Supergirl. That Dominator episode was No, it was season 2. It was season 2 of Legends. And season 3 of I want to say Supergirl. It was in that whole thing was fire. It was great. The only thing I wish they did, well, one, get Alchemy out of there. Just if they just got Alchemy out of there, focused on Savitar, and just make Savitar, just make him his own villain rather than making him evil Barry, would have been perfect. But the problem with, once again, the problem with the Flash is that he's too powerful for his rogues gallery. That's just the nature of Flash. He's too powerful for his rogues gallery. Like
okay,
there's
Ms.
no.
Benson,
Like,
I hate to cut you off. This has been anything. Yes, Flash is too powerful for his Rose Gallery. I want to say one more thing. I kind of want to get into these topics for today's episode.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We've been going for about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
and I love these conversations, but we got to get into the topic.
Oh,
people
yeah.
probably wondering. We got 3 topics tonight.
Oof.
But
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. We got to get through them. But
Yeah,
people are wondering, what the fuck are they talking about? They're just talking about fucking, But this is how me and Mr. Benson just kind of just talking. We just been like talking. Yeah, I had to start the live stream like in the middle of the conversation like 45 minutes ago because like, damn, we gonna just fucking keep talking. So, so let me just wrap this up. We're going to end this right here. I just want to say the thing about the Thinker that I really liked. We were talking about the Flash's rogues. He's too powerful for his rogues gallery.
Yes.
There was one comic that came out. I forgot when. I think it was after the 1 Minute War, which once again explains why the Flash is just too fucking powerful.
He's too strong.
1 Minute War is just a crazy fucking title for a storyline, but that's what it was. It was a 1 minute war. It was just fucking crazy. It's a crazy fucking title for a whole storyline. You told me the whole storyline takes place in 1 minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there was a storyline when all the Flash's rogues teamed up, combined Mirror Master, Jester, Boomerang, everybody. It was all of them, and then they killed the Flash. They came up with a plan. They beat and they killed the Flash. And Barry found some reason, some way, somehow, some Speed Force bullshit to come back to life. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but you know what I mean. Like he's the Flash, right? Yeah. But like they beat him, they won, and then the Justice League was like, we need to not kill, but with the Rogues Gallery needs to be stopped because if they can beat the Flash, if you can beat the Flash, it means you could beat Green Lantern. Right. You could be Martian Manhunter. You can be Batman. You can Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Batman. You could be Wonder Woman. You could be Hawkman. You could be Aquaman. If you can beat the Flash, you could beat any of us. Any of us. That's what the Justice League decided.
Not Superman. Any of us who's
yeah, no, Justice League really decided as like, bro, they could beat the Flash. They could be any of us. And the story emphasized the point that before that point, the Justice League didn't give a fuck about the Rogues Gallery. They didn't give a fuck about Flash's rogues. They didn't give a fuck. The Mirror Master, who gives a fuck? They didn't care. Matter of fact, that story emphasized the point that there was one point when Joker, to get away from Batman, he went to Central City and he tried one of his I'm gonna gas all of Gotham schemes. He tried to Joker gas the fuck out of Central City and set up a bunch of bombs and do all this shit and joke. And then the second he started his plan, the Flash ended it, had him in handcuffs and handed him to Central City PD. And Joker was like, bro, when I break out of here, I'm never coming back here ever again. Like, even Joker said that. He's like, I'm not coming back here ever again. This shit is stupid. You know what I mean? And maybe let me try to see if I can find that real quick. Just that instance, that clip in the comics before we get into it.
He's like, the moment I get out of here, I'm never coming back to this bitch. For what?
No, he went back to Gotham. He went back to Gotham. He was like,
I can't do anything. Like, I literally cannot. No.
Yeah, because Joker was like, man, fuck this. He was like,
shitting me right now.
He was like, he was like, man, fuck this. He was like, I'm not doing this shit again. Let me see if I can find this. There's a few people on YouTube who talked about this before. And then after this, we going end the talks of Soul, loving female characters, loving Kate Bishop and Kamala Khan in Insomniac Spider-Man, Marvel's Avengers, that universe, and then but not liking them in the comics. And then we went from there, and then we went to Power Rangers, and then now we're talking about the Flash and then yeah, so we're gonna end this whole little arc this 50-minute arc, Mr. Bennington. I love these conversations.
Let's focus on the 3 topics. What are the 3 topics anyway?
Yeah, but Mr. Bennington, I love these conversations. I do. I do. Because we get super meta. Because you're the only person that really, like, I will say, challenges me on my beliefs. But also, I'm also super confident in my beliefs. So I'm just like,
true.
No, this is why I think what I think.
I just want to hear what you think.
Okay. Right. So maybe challenges is the wrong word.
I want to know. I want to know how you came to the conclusions that you came. Because here's the thing. I don't operate under the premise that I'm right. I don't operate under that premise. Like,
and here's what kind of gets me right. If I tell somebody, I don't know, man, I hate the way modern comic books is going. I hate the way modern movies are going, the way modern TV shows are going. It's just like, yeah, I feel like it's like female superiority, and it's just is degrading men at any chance they get, and that's not what superheroes are supposed to be. Superheroes is a majority male audience, no matter what you want to do or how you want to, no matter how much you want to change that. Mostly young men and young boys and grown men pay attention to superheroes and anime, and we look up to these characters and we admire these characters. But then you took over the industry and you try to tell us how much these characters are toxic, and we'll never see it that way. And that's really where I'm at now. And we'll never let you do that. And we'll always love Captain America. You try to tell me Captain America is toxic because he's white and he's a man. I'm going to look at you like you're fucking crazy, and I'm going to speak out against you. But then when I say that, it's like I get met with the backlash. So you just hate female characters. So you just do this. Oh, so you just doing this. The only thing they don't hit me with is, oh, so you're just racist, because they can't hit me with that because I'm black. But if I was Comicstorian or Comics Explain or Comics Matters or any of these other channels, and let me dare criticize Riri Williams, let me dare, all my videos would be, you're just a fucking racist who hate black female characters. No, I just don't understand why a 15-year-old black girl who nobody knows is replacing Iron Man. You hate black female characters, and I hate that because it's like you're removing the conversation. Mr. Benz, does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, no, it makes all sense in the world, because it's like, how can you tell me he hates black characters? One of his favorite characters is Storm.
Oh, I love Storm. I love her. I've been watching X-Men 97, and Mr. Benson, thank you.
I told you
you challenged me on this.
Yeah.
You was like, watch X-Men 97. I was like, man, I'm done with Marvel. I don't want to watch it. He's like, bro, just watch X-Men 97. He was like, just watch it. And I was like, no, I don't want to watch Marvel anymore. And I was stuck in my ways. And I'm glad you challenged me. I was like, I don't want to watch this shit, bro. I'm tired of Marvel. I'm tired of all this bullshit. And you was like, bro, just listen. Just watch X-Men 97. And listen, the first 2, maybe 3 episodes, I'm sitting there watching it, and like I'm enjoying it, but I don't want to admit it. I'm just like, man, fuck it, man, whatever. X-Men 97, you know what I mean? I watched the whole series in one day. I watched every episode, because when the series was over, when every episode came out for the year, I was like, all right, let me just watch this shit so I could talk about it. Because my intention was to watch it, hate it, and then make a video on it.
Oh, damn.
So I'm sitting there watching it. By the time I got to like episode 2, I was like, it's all right. It's all right. It's cool. It's whatever. By the time I get to the episode 5, I'm just like, ooh, oh fuck, what's happening next? Oh my god! I get to like episode like 7 or 8. I was like, damn.
Once we made it to Gambit die, I was like, hey, yo.
Listen, when they, as a man from New Orleans, Louisiana, as someone who is Cajun,
yeah,
when Gambit died, and the way Gambit died. I'm sorry. Did you hear my mouse in the background?
Yeah.
My bad. I apologize about that. The way Gambit died is the way I tell myself that's the way I'm going to die. That's the way I'm going to die. Because and don't get me wrong. If I have a criticism, Gambit didn't need to die. You didn't have to kill Gambit. You didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to. With that being said, no, the way that the show was moving, I'm like, one of these X-Men are going to die.
I was thinking that. But I also felt like you didn't need to do that. But then when it became Gambit, I was like, fuck. And I hit a point halfway through the episode, I was like, Gambit's gonna die. But I didn't want to admit it. You know what I mean? And I'm getting towards like the last 70, 80% of the episode. I'm like, Gambit's about to die. You know what I mean? And then we get to the last 95% of the episode, and I'm watching it, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm saying, yeah, Gambit's about to die.
Gambit gone, man. Gambit gone.
And then when the episode ended, I was like, well, Gambit's dead. Mr. Bennington, it took everything in my power not to sit here in front of this camera I'm looking at right now and make a video talking about how much I hate X-Men 97. Because I knew the only argument I had was, well, Gambit's dead.
Right. Which is the point. That's not a knock.
Right.
Honestly,
and I was
you know who I thought was gonna die?
Morph. The whole series, it was Morph. I was like, Morph's gonna die. Morph's about to die. And I was like,
it's gonna be Morph or Magneto. It's gonna be Morph or Mags.
I knew they weren't killing Magneto. There were several times I thought maybe are they brave enough to kill Magneto? But they won't because
By the way, are you? I don't see you on the chat.
Oh no, because we're paying attention to you right now, Miss Benson.
Okay, sorry. No, but I was saying that. I think
let me run my show the way I run my show.
Yeah. I thought I was tripping. My fault. But I was saying that I thought that I think the major problem with X-Men media right now is that it's becoming more and more difficult to write Magneto as a villain. It just is.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. So now we need to go split screen.
It just is. It's getting
now. My reasoning for that. Hold on, Miss Benson. My reasoning for that. Oh my God! Is this video gonna get taken off of YouTube if I say this?
No.
No, Miss Benson. It might. Do I want to risk this? I might get a strike on my channel for fucking hate speech or whatever.
I'm sure you won't.
No, I'm sure I will. But you know what? We're gonna roll the dice. That's 50-50.
Roll the dice.
You sure I won't? You sure? I'm sure I will. So
all right.
I'm gonna just come out with it. I'm gonna say this. Listen.
Yeah.
No matter what Magneto does, no matter how you feel about his character, he's evil, he's not evil, he's justified, he's not justified. Magneto is Jewish. You cannot publicly say anything bad about Jewish people. If you do, you'll be labeled as anti-Semitic, you'll be banned, you'll be canceled, you'll be shadow banned, you'll be blacklisted. It's just going to happen to you. You can't do it. You can't say anything bad. You can't reference how the Jewish community owns all of Hollywood and they own all of hip hop. You can't even mention it. You can't even talk about it. And this video is gone now. I don't even care anymore. I don't give a fuck what we say after this because this video is not going to be on YouTube anymore. It's gone. The second you say anything about it, it's happened to too many YouTubers. Their videos disappear off of YouTube and they tell you, hey, this is going to happen. I'm going to say this and this video is going to disappear after you watch it. And it always happens. Now I got 2,000, almost 3,000 subscribers. Maybe my channel is low enough that people on YouTube won't notice it. So
it just disappears into the realm of obscurity.
Yeah. So it might disappear and nobody will ever realize it. But if we keep doing these SOULcasts, which we are going to keep doing, and we keep growing like we have been growing, Mr. Benson, and we gained 200 subscribers in the last couple of months. I don't know if you realize this.
Oh shit, never mind. Yeah, people are gonna find out.
5 years from now, Mr. Bennington said negative things about the Jewish community. They're anti-Semitic. Mr. Bennington is an anti-Semite. That's what's going. That's what's going to happen. And I'm not making no apology videos. I'm not doing anything. But all I'm saying is what is evident. It's self-evident. You can't say shit. You can't talk about, like, if you talk about NWA and you talk about Jerry Heller, you can't talk about that. Like how a Jewish man tried to pigeonhole and control NWA. You can't even talk about how Jewish people own the entire hip hop industry. How the biggest rap artist in the world was put there artificially, and the biggest rap artist in the world happens to be a Jewish man. You can't even speak on it. You can't even say anything about it, huh?
You talking about Drake, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got some emails about the Drake streams we did.
Uh-oh.
It's hate speech.
Really?
Oh.
Really?
Oh no. I'm not going deeper than that. I'm not going deeper than that.
We'll talk. Just call me. Just call me.
Nope. No. I don't want this channel, SOULcast, with 2,000, 3,000, whatever subscribers. I don't want the channel to just disappear because it's so early. It's so in its infancy. If this channel disappears, nobody will remember it or recognize that it happened.
True.
And that's what they do. They catch them early. They catch them young. When channels are big enough and they start speaking out, they can't do anything about it. Because, like, say if fucking PewDiePie disappeared tomorrow, people will be like, where the fuck did PewDiePie channel go? So they don't have a choice. They kind of have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, that's one of today's topics, actually.
Oh.
Which I kind of want to talk about, and I always want to push it because I know we're just under the area where we can talk about it, without fucking catching flack for it. But before I talk about it, I need somebody else to talk about it, which is why I love Abba and Preach, because the algorithm loves Abba and Preach, and they'll let them say not whatever they want, but they'll let them say a lot because they can't get rid of Abba and Preach. It's too late. It's too late. Does that make any sense, Mr. Benetton?
Yeah.
You can't get rid of them. If Abba and Preach channel got deleted tomorrow, wouldn't you ask, okay, wait, what did they do?
What did they
do? Hate speech. No, Abba and Preach don't do hate speech. Oh, well, it was this. Well, are you sure they weren't just like criticizing something? And it's like, yeah, but we deem that as hate speech. No, bring them back. Don't do that. So they can't do that to certain channels. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
and then there's certain channels where they're big enough where you can say like, well, you can't like do that, but they're big enough, but they can also claim like, oh no, that's hate speech. Like, and I know you feel how you want to feel about these channels, but like if you look at like Fresh and Fit, they can, because the public perception is this, even though it's not the truth. Oh, Fresh and Fit got banned for hate speech. It's like, oh, okay, well that's bullshit. Oh, Just Pearly Things got banned for hate speech. Okay, that's bullshit. Mediocre tutorials and reviews got banned for hate speech. Okay, that's complete bullshit. Araco TV got banned for hate speech. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. But the average California or New York white girl going to college who's on OnlyFans, Fresh and Fit is hate speech, and it's just like, and then okay, we'll ban them, and it's so many of them, but they can get away with it, even though someone like me knows that's complete horse shit. True. It's complete bullshit, but they have the power to get rid of those people in a heartbeat. So now it's like, oh, we're not going to censor you. We're not going to censor your freedom of speech, but you can't say nothing we don't want you to say. But we're not censoring you. But the second you say something we don't want you to say, oh, we're going to ban you. Why are you banning us? We're going to ban you for male supremacy. Male supremacy. I'm just telling dudes to make their money, get in shape, and take care of themselves. That's male supremacy. What about all these feminist channels saying, I hate all men should die, and all men are useless? No. There's no such thing as female supremacy because male are in a position of power and they're privileged. And because of that, since they have power plus privilege, it's impossible to be misandrous, which is the hatred of men. But it's totally possible to be a misogynist, which is the hatred of women. And we're going to ban you for misogyny. We won't ban you for misandry.
But let's address the whole Magneto thing for a moment, because I was like, but
do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? I just want to make. Do you understand what I'm saying right now?
Yes, sir. No, I get
misandry is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Misogyny, whether it's real or not, no misogyny. Misandry, no, you could be as misandrous as you want. But you could be misandrous. You can't be misogynist. But you can't be misogynist, but you can be misandrous. But also, we want equality. What?
It's a complicated thing that they got going on over there, but it is
I'm
hard
gonna
to
say it
even
was
talk
not
about something.
complicated because it's power and privilege and this and that. And I was like, no, that's not.
Once again, is I'm saying it's complicated in the sense that it's so up in the air that's hard to talk about. So you can only
No,
talk
it's not
about it
hard to
in
talk
like
about.
obscure
But it's not
ways.
naturally hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about because the feminists can be as man hating as they want. But if someone talks about, hey, and these feminists are like man haters, they're like real man haters. Oh, you're being misogynistic. We're gonna ban you. So it's not really hard to talk about. It's artificially hard to talk about.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's artificially hard to talk about. But I would make an argument that that true feminism is about is about fairness across the board. It's not
I
about
get it. The social and economic and political equality between men and women.
equality, which is what you want. It's about lifting everyone up. It's not.
By that
It's not
logic,
about
Mr.
putting
Bennington,
anyone
I'm a
down.
feminist. Do you think I'm a feminist?
Yeah, anybody who believes in the social and economic equality of women
No,
is
no,
a
no,
feminist.
no. Not who believes what. By today's standards. By that logic, am I a feminist?
I would say so. Like that's the textbook definition of the word feminism. That's my problem. It's like, nigga, that's literally what a feminist is. A person who believes in the social and economic equality of women. There is no other
But
definition.
most feminists will tell you, well, we can do this, but you can't.
No, then what? No, what you are doing is is using is speaking is utilizing the
The
concept
word
of
is
hate.
misandry. The word is
Yeah,
misandry.
is misandry. You're using hate and masquerading it as masquerading it as feminism,
And
kind of in the
listen,
same
that's
way.
all of Instagram. That's all of TikTok. That's all of Twitter. YouTube is really the only place where dudes really have a place to speak their ideals, and it's almost becoming eradicated at this point.
Well, and once I think a large part of that reason is because um may, maybe maybe it's still around this way because it's because YouTube it tends to be more male oriented than female oriented. Like
Typically, statistically speaking, women like shorter form content that lasts a couple of a minute or so, and men like long form content like podcasts that last for hours. Typically,
typically,
typically, and
but
YouTube is built for long form content like the SOULcast,
yeah,
and TikTok is I watch a 30-second video and it's over.
yeah,
Women
like
tend to
it,
like that more,
and that's not. And once again, this is not us knocking women. That's just the nature of the demographic. But what I was saying is that you kind of have to because you kind of have to not talk around it, but you can point at some of the weird things that happen. It's almost like what Dave Chappelle does. He points at the weird things that
Now,
happens.
Dave Chappelle don't give a fuck. He'll tell you straight up. He'll be like, "Yeah, this is the." But Dave Chappelle just too rich to do anything to him. You can't do shit to him. They tried, and they tried, and he made a whole stand up about it. He was like, "Hey, they tried to cancel me."
They they try to cancel him, but it's difficult to cancel truth. It just
Shit,
is.
tell YouTube that.
It's difficult to cancel truth. Not necessarily, and not so much in the way that sounds like an opinion, but it's very difficult to cancel truth. It just is. Like for example, like what I was saying, like keep going back to this Magneto example because I keep saying this all the time. It's becoming very, very difficult to write Magneto as a villain, not because not because of the whole Jewish thing, but because it's hard to write this person as a
Oh
villain.
no, it's the Jewish thing.
I mean, maybe it is, but also it's because it's hard to write him as a villain when he seems more right than wrong almost every time. Like Charles Xavier
That's
seems like
all of X-Men '97. I
right.
finished X-Men '97. I was like, "Yeah, Magneto's right."
Magneto's right. But here's the thing, though: if you're a human, hear me out.
No, I'm a human, and I finished
Yeah.
X-Men '97. I was like, "Yeah, Magneto's right."
No, but I'm saying no. What I'm saying is, if you're a human in the X-Men universe, you have every reason to be afraid of Magneto. You have every reason to be afraid of Charles Xavier.
At what point? At what point? Just because they exist, or because we tried to erase them and then they fought back?
No, because they exist. Hear me out. Magneto can.
But that's Magneto's argument. You're afraid of me because I exist. I ain't do shit to you. But
Okay,
now when I fight back, no,
Yeah.
but now when I fight back, now you want to make laws against me. You came after me for no reason. No reason. You just came after me.
True. No. I'm not saying that how humans conduct themselves is good. I'm not. That's never been my argument. My argument is, if you're looking at it from the perspective of these people can literally do whatever they want, and there's no one who can damn near stop them. People being uneasy about that.
Mr. Benson, rotate your camera to the left.
Let's see. Is it right here? There it is.
Ooh, rotate it to the right. Rotate it right. Put it back where it was. Put it back where it was, or in the middle. Some. No. Look at the screen and see where you are.
Yeah, I'm seeing where I am now. Hold on. I just gotta pick up this stuff right here.
Okay, hey, whatever this is in the middle, this purple pink thing with the gold top. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
I apologize for that, and let me go ahead and get this out the way. And let me go.
What was that?
It's my girlfriend's hookah stuff. It's fine.
Damn, what she got some fancy ass hookah shit.
She got she wilding in these streets. This is the textbook definition of wild.
You know what you need? You know why I don't use white light or yellow light? Because of the shadow.
Yeah.
That's why my lights constantly change colors.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you ever notice my lights constantly?
I see exactly what you mean. Like we just it's just the brightest source of light, like the closest source of light is like the light right before you get into the kitchen. So
but if the light constantly changes colors.
Yeah. It's just but what was I saying? Like if you're a human and you're within the X-Men universe, but here's the thing. I also don't understand it because the Avengers exist. Like, why y'all?
Right. So this is the problem with the X-Men. The X-Men treats the mutants like they're a problem, but they don't care about Spider-Man or Daredevil or the Avengers, or that's the problem with the Marvel universe as a whole. Hold on, Mr. Benson. I want you to wrap your thoughts up on this topic. I'm gonna use the restroom. We will get into the topic for the stream.
Yes, sir. I got you. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, it's just becoming harder and harder to just write Magneto as a villain, and it's because he's fundamentally far more right than he is wrong about how humans will fight their own extinction, whether it be proactively or whether they look for particular ways to handle certain problems. They're going to fight against their own extinction. And if that means that they gotta do things that we deem is unsavory, that's what they're gonna do. And we must defend ourselves against that. And we can't believe in idealism anymore. And it's like, yeah, he's kind of right, because the humans aren't giving you any leeway here. It's not like it ain't like they're looking for leeway. They are just exterminating people. So you have to fight against them. And sometimes that fight will be deadly. It's just that's just the nature of the show. But X-Men 97 was an amazing series though. I think season 2 is mostly gonna focus on
It's gonna go down the from what I've seen towards the end, especially Wolverine. No spoilers, my bad. But from what I've seen, what happened in the series and leading up to with them going back in time and all throughout time is going to go to the Onslaught storyline. And for those who don't know, Onslaught is basically a being that was made from like the body of Magneto and the mind of Charles Xavier, and has both their abilities, and is a whole different thing. But that seemed like what it's going towards, the Onslaught storyline. Yeah, it's just
Onslaught's one of my favorite characters, but yeah, it looks like he's going to go there.
I feel like it's going there. I feel like it's going there.
But something I want to also highlight, I love how we handle Cyclops. This is the first franchise
he was the leader,
where he felt like the leader, and he felt like it felt.
Bro, I hate it when we was growing up. Like, as a kid, obviously you didn't really think about it, but as an adult, I hated going back and rewatching a lot of those shows where it's like Cyclops is the leader, but he got bitched off to Wolverine. I was like, nah, man, Cyclops is the leader, bro. Like, you know, Wolverine was never the leader. The movies made everybody think Wolverine was like the most important character, and obviously in his own way, he's super important. But never when it came to X-Men's storylines was Wolverine more important than like Cyclops or whatever.
Every story started off with Cyclops and Jean. Every story.
Yeah.
Every story.
Yeah, because they're the main characters. It's like watching the Avengers and it has nothing to do with Captain America and Iron Man.
I'm not watching that shit.
What are you talking about? Where's Cap and Iron Man? What are you talking about?
Wait. Well, I refuse to watch this shit, yo. But yeah, no, X-Men 97 was excellent. The only thing I think that there was only, it's not even strictly speaking a bad episode, but there's only one bad episode. If I had to choose a bad episode, there's only one. It's not even bad. It just wasn't. It was just half the episode just wasn't for my liking. That was the Jubilee video game episode. I was like, that was
one of my favorite episodes. So
I
love Jubilee.
Oh,
but I love Jubilee. I'm a Jubilee fanboy. I got 1, 2. I got 3 Jubilee statues in my room. So my opinion, I'll tell you one thing. My opinion on Jubilee is like my opinion on Harley Quinn. It can't be trusted. It can't be trusted because I'm gonna tell you anything involving Jubilee. I'm just gonna tell you it's the greatest thing ever. So
you know what it is? I feel the same way about Static Shock.
Yeah, my opinion can't be trusted. It's like it can't be trusted. I'll tell you straight up. Like when it comes to X-Men, Jubilee and Shadowcat, which means Jubilation Lee and Kitty Pryde, which is their actual names. But like Kitty Pryde, Jubilation Lee. Yeah, no. My opinion on those characters can't be trusted. Just like Harleen Quinzel, I'm gonna tell you everything about them is the greatest thing ever because I love those characters.
Our opinion of Tommy cannot be trusted. He's the greatest Ranger.
Tommy Oliver?
Yeah.
Tommy Oliver's the best.
Greatest Ranger of all time.
Greatest Ranger of all time. He does nothing wrong. He's the best character. Nothing's ever wrong. All his storylines are great. Yeah. Tommy Oliver.
Tommy Oliver. Yeah. But what about Tommy Oliver?
Well, what happened with Tommy Oliver?
Tommy Oliver.
Yeah. Just shut the fuck up and enjoy the greatness that is Tommy Oliver. You know what I mean? Like,
we will make every excuse imaginable.
What about that one time, Tommy Oliver? Yeah. What about he got baked into a giant piece of Tommy Oliver?
Tommy Oliver.
So I don't want to hear nothing. Like, don't talk to me about Tommy Oliver. I'm gonna tell you right now, everything that happened is amazing and it's the greatest thing ever, and it's perfect storytelling, and it's perfect.
And it might not be like nigga, he went through 3 women in the course of 5 years.
So. Nah, Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver. That's like trying to talk to me about Eisen. No, it's Sosuke Eisen, bro. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Honestly, it's like talking to me about. It's almost like talking to me about Sosuke Eisen and Light Yagami. Oh, the greatest characters of all time.
Yeah, no. What about that one time Eisen did? No, Sosuke Eisen. It's good, bro. Don't worry about it. You just don't understand why it's good. You just.
And it's okay if you don't understand. Actually, it's not okay. It's not okay. Get the fuck out of here, yo.
All right, Mr. Biddison. So we have
Right.
1, 2, 3,
Go
4.
ahead. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna let you pick. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna tell you what the topics are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go through them. So just listen out, and whichever one you want to do first, let me know which one we're gonna go through first.
All right.
First topic: men are the problem with the gaming community. That's the first one. So
The
don't say
first one.
anything yet.
Yeah, I got you.
Are you tracking?
Tracking. I'm tracking.
First topic: men are the problem with the gaming community.
All right.
Second topic: how can I explain this? So the title of the video is "This YouTuber is Serious Danger," but the topic is about a YouTuber who she was doing whatever she can to try to get another YouTuber banned from YouTube, and she's been at it for 4 years, even though that other YouTuber did nothing wrong. So the first topic is men are the problem with the gaming community.
Right.
The second topic is a YouTuber who's been trying to get another YouTuber banned for 4 years. The third topic, okay, we're gonna do this one first. I'm sorry, I'm gonna overwrite you. So
No, go ahead.
whatever you say next is we're gonna do that one second. But
Okay.
first, the third topic is just Pete and Bass. Y'all might not know them, but
Oh, the rappers.
there's some OGs, London OGs, some OG drillers, real fucking gangsters who are retired and they just rap about their life. They came up with a new song yesterday. I just want to talk about it because I love Pete and Bass.
I like Pete and
You
Bass.
know we do hip hop on the SOULcast, Mr. Bennington.
Yeah. No, I love Pete and Bass. They're
Um, and the last one is the government is going after Fresh and Fit.
really.
Yeah, oh yeah. So which one do you want to tackle first?
I
So
mean,
so just recap. The
right.
government's going after Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
Pete and Baz got it. Oh, my bad. Ignore that one because we're doing
Yeah.
that one
Ignore it.
first. I don't give her. So the government's going after Fresh and Fit.
Right.
One YouTuber has spent 4 years trying to get another YouTuber banned,
Okay.
and men are the problem with gaming.
Okay. Um, I feel like the Fresh and Fit comes with a lot of context that we have to go through in order for us to.
So we got to do that one first, then.
You want to do that one first? Because I was just gonna go with men are the problem in the gaming community.
Okay, we'll do that one first, and then we'll do Fresh and Fit next.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one would be
The
YouTuber trying to get another
YouTuber,
YouTuber banned for 4 years.
yeah. That's a weird one. It's not even
Okay,
strictly speaking bad. It's just weird. It's like
so it's gonna be Pete and Bass. We're gonna just go through that real quick, some hip hop
yeah.
shit,
Go.
and then we're gonna go to the government going after Fresh and Fit.
There's still. I mean, I personally, I'm not the biggest Fresh and Fit fan, but I can't imagine why is the government going after them? They not paying their taxes or something?
No. The government's going after them because the government feels like they're promoting male supremacy.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of how they talk to women, but or at least the women that comes on the show. Why do women still go on the show?
It's not even that. For me, it's like, what about all the chicks on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and all this stuff who openly say shit like, if the doctor tells me my baby's a boy, I'm going to abort it. Or, shit like, and nobody bats an eye at that. Or like kill all men or all men or oppressors, or we'll get into it. And then after that, it's the YouTuber who spent 4 years trying to get another YouTuber banned. Before we do all that, I just want to make one. This is a 1 minute long video on why the Joker don't fuck with the Flash. It's super funny actually.
Why don't you fuck with the Flash? Because he's a Flash, dog. He's a very difficult character to fuck with. He really is. That's just the nature of the Flash.
Let me share the screen.
He's a very difficult
This
villain.
video is titled "This is why the Joker never goes after the Flash." Let me make it full screen. Mr. Bennington, can you see this?
Yeah.
Can I make this full screen? I don't think I can. But okay, here it is. I'm gonna restart the page and make sure it starts at the beginning.
You know, it's actually pretty interesting to think about this, but do you know why villains like the Joker never go after the Flash? The reason is a lot easier to decipher than you would think, too, because it starts and ends with the fact that the Flash ends situations before they even get a chance to kick off. Because the one time that the Joker decided to take his talents to Central City, he decided to make the attempt to set off some Joker laughing gas. Though what the Joker wasn't expecting was the hero who makes decisions at the speed of light to thwart his plans before they even got a chance. Because while the smoke started to go off, the Flash stopped everything and sent the Joker packing back towards Gotham. And honestly, this particular reason is why Flash villains are becoming more and more eccentric as the years go on. You need to be pretty bold to do something in Central or Keystone City, considering you have to deal with 4 other Flashes and 1 kid with super strength. That's why we have arcs like the 1 Minute War now. Also, the more that they hype the Flash, the more villains look at the Rogues like they're fucking insane. But it is always a great story when the Rogues manage to pull a fast one on the Flash and send him packing. Except when they kill Bart Allen, the 3rd Flash, then the entire DC universe hunts them down. You know, it's actually pretty interesting to think about this, but do you know why villains like the Joker never go after the Flash?
I'm gonna play one more time.
Easier to decipher than you think, too, because it starts and ends with the fact that the Flash ends situations before they even get a chance to kick off. Because the one time that the Joker decided to take his talents to Central City, he decided to make the attempt to set off some Joker laughing gas. Though what the Joker wasn't expecting was the hero who makes decisions at the speed of light to thwart his plans before they even got a chance. Because while the smoke started to go off, the Flash stopped everything and sent the Joker packing back towards Gotham. And honestly, this particular reason is why Flash villains are becoming more and more eccentric as the years go on. You need to be pretty bold to do something in Central or Keystone City, considering you have to deal with 4 other Flashes and 1 kid with super strength. That's why we have arcs like the 1 Minute War now. Also, the more that they hype the Flash, the more villains look at the Rogues like they're fucking insane. But it is always a great story when the Rogues manage to pull a fast one on the Flash and send him packing. Except when they kill Bart Allen, the 3rd Flash, then the entire DC universe hunts them down. You know.
Okay. So, Mr. Bennington,
Yes, sir.
you are more of a Flash critic
Of the show. Of the show.
You're more of a Flash critic than I am. I just want to leave it at that. You're more of a Flash critic than I am. Based on that video just seen, this won't be a long topic. We won't spend too much time on it. I'm not going to say anything on it. I just want to say I 100% agree with the video. That's Soul's opinion. Is there anything you want to kind of say on a video we just witnessed?
About the video we just watched, it highlights a large part of the reason why I'm a Flash critic is because he's way too powerful to fight. Like, it's hard for you to write comic unless he's fighting another speedster. He's way too difficult to fight. But
Mr. Bennington, the Rogues defeated the Flash and killed him.
Particularly Bart Allen, which is true, which I get. But what I'm saying is when you have I'm saying that's one situation where that did happen. But I'm saying for most situations where you're dealing with the Flash is very difficult to write against because the Rogues Gallery is more made for somebody like a Batman or a Arrow to be fighting up against. When you have somebody who can literally move, and I can't stress, I keep going back to this number and this
faster than you can think.
His base level speed was 700 miles an hour.
And wait a minute, Benson. Let me add in here. That's the CW Flash, who is canonically the weakest and slowest version of the Flash.
Right.
700 miles an hour. That's the slowest Flash.
How do you lose? Which means that his reaction time is maybe 3 to 4 times that speed. So you're fighting somebody who has a reaction time of well over, and I can't stress this far enough, 2,800 miles an hour. He has a reaction time close to 2,800 miles an hour. But you're telling me that you fight this person? Like, how is Captain Cold a repeat offender?
Because he throws the chandelier and it broke and it's going to fall on somebody.
That's not how that works. It's just not. Like, Captain Cold.
Because he froze the train and the train was going to crash. He had enough time to get away.
That's also not how that works. Like,
because he froze the lake and the ship was going to crash into the ice, and Flash had to evacuate everybody on the ship before the ship crashes to the ice, and he was able to get in his car and drive away.
that's also not how that works. Like, nigga, I'm sorry. There's no situation where the Flash loses against Captain Cold. Like, there's no plan Captain Cold can come up with that allows the Flash to win.
But if Captain Cold hits the Flash with his cold gun, it'll lower his body temperature, which fucks with his homeostasis, which means he can't reach full speed because his body can't heat up enough.
That's not how that works at all. Like, nigga, he has no business hitting you with the cold gun.
But if he did, but Miss Benson, if he did,
and that's honestly my issue with CW Flash, and a large part of Flash like losing fights against his rogues gallery is that you have to make him incompetent in order for them to win. If he has any level of competence, you're not having this conversation. You're just not.
Right. You're saying that cold ray is moving so slow, Flash can look at it and be like, "Why are you trying to shoot this at me?
Why are you trying to shoot this at me?" Because here's the thing. I put it like this. If you were Flash, that's not your rogues gallery.
Right. Why are you trying to hit me with this cold ray? I'm gonna step to the side 2 inches and dodge it. And they're gonna punch you in the face and shatter your skull. But also, if I was a Flash, then I'm like the reverse Flash. You're gonna die. There is no. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry to say this, but yeah, if I was a Flash, you're dying. I'm gonna snap your neck 10 times faster than the speed of light. I'm gonna just, and you're like, I'm not.
I'm gonna try to take you to jail, but that's neither here nor there. The fact that matters, am I losing a fight to a nigga with a gun? No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not losing a fight to a nigga with a gun when the only thing you can tell me about this gun is that it has a gimmick.
We're gonna name this clip Mr. Benton's problems with the Flash.
Can't lose. But you're not about to sit up here and tell me I'm gonna lose to a nigga with a gun. No, I'm not.
Okay. Or Mr. Benson, we ain't gonna spend too much time on that.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that video though, Mr. Benson?
I did. That's why I like. That's why I love that. That's why I love talking about my criticisms about the Flash, because that video is a physical manifestation of everything I criticize about the Flash. It's like, yo, you don't lose fights, Flash. Like it's kind of a problem, honestly.
One question before we move on. How did you feel about the 1 minute war, or even the concept of a 1 minute war?
The physical manifestation of the reason why it's hard to write around the Flash. When he can move so fast that we can have a war of other Flashes involved that only lasts 60 seconds.
That was a dope comic though. It was like 7 or 8 issues. But all those issues happen in 60 seconds.
1 minute. Which I'm not a person who's like, man, that can't happen. Yeah, it can. They move. Once again, day one speed, 700 miles an hour. Day one. That means he was moving fast. He was moving
so a bunch of you got 20, 10 on one side, 10 on the other. You got 20 prime Flashes fighting each other for 1 minute.
Oh, that's gonna be all out.
But it's only 1 minute, Mr. Bennington. It's only 1 minute.
The world's gonna stop spinning on its axis. I'm telling you, bro. That's what's about to happen. Like shit's about to get whacked.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you in the SOULcast right now.
Like shit's getting wacky.
Mr. Benson, before we move on to the next video, can you tell these motherfuckers where they at right now, bro?
You are in fact on the SOULcast after hours, by the way.
This is a late SOULcast.
Late SOULcast.
This is a late. So, what do we know to do? Is at 7, 8 o'clock? What time is it right now, Mr. Bennington?
It's 1:46 over here.
Whoo! This is a late SOULcast.
Yeah,
This is an after hours SOULcast. Do I got a title with that? I'm gonna go back and rename that. This is a after hours SOULcast.
After hours SOULcast.
Is this just Mr.
No.
Benetton and King Soul, the young God Emperor, talking shit about the Flash and Power Rangers? Is that just what after hours is? It's just like
you know what we should call this? You know what we should call this? Just as a shout out.
No. Give it to me. Give it to me. You the co-host. Give it to me. What was it?
You remember the Midnight Run?
Ooh, like talking about like Midnight Club, like that.
No. You remember? I don't know if you remember this on Cartoon Network. Before they had Toonami, they had a thing called the Midnight Run, where it would show like repeats of.
Yeah. And that was at the same time. You remember Boomerang, the channel? It was like Boomeratic.
Yes, Boomer Action.
Boomer Action. My bad. Boomer Action.
Yeah.
This is
the Teen Titans and stuff like that.
Soul Action. This is a SOULcast Soul Action. SOULcast Soul Action.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
SOULcast. Is this the first episode of Soul Action?
Yeah. Well, actually, it would probably be like the second or third episode. But
we ain't come up with it up to that point. You know what I mean? We gotta get
at that point.
So this is the first episode of Soul Action.
Yeah.
Soul Action. First episode, Soul Action. I like that, Mr. Benson. I like that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know how this is gonna be. I don't know how people are gonna take this. What? I love when we have Young Press here. I love when we have Cooper here. I love when we have Lona here. When we have Valen here. When we have Stoney here. I love when we have all these other guests here. But I feel like the best SOULcast is when it's just us. It's just Soulfist and Mr. Bennington just kind of just talking shit for a couple of hours.
Just talking shit.
And I think that's what Soul Action needs to be.
Yeah. Just you and I just talking shit for a couple hours.
Yeah. I like this. Soul Action. Soul Action number 1? Is this Soul Action number 1?
I guess so. Because like I said, the other ones were just concepts. Hell, we weren't even trying to be up that late. Like, nigga, we had to go to Waffle House one time just to get you something to eat.
Yeah.
I will never forgive you the fact that you made me watch Crisis on Infinite.
The future is female.
Hey, yo.
The future is female. They brought, rest in peace. They had Kevin Conroy sign on to that shit. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm getting angry.
He did that for Batman fans. He did that for us because holy shit.
Kevin Conroy was part of that shit, bro. I don't even want to think about it, bro. It's like
it never happened. It was a fever dream. It never happened.
Yeah, no, Crisis. No, that never happened, bro.
It never happened,
bro. The Arrowverse, as they call it, started off so good. Then Flash got involved. It was still good. Then Supergirl got involved. It was still good. Then Legends got involved. It was still good. Then Trump became president, and then after that,
shit got wacky because everything became a political statement. Which I mean, comic books are political statements. Don't misunderstand. But
second or even third is never the primary focus. The primary focus is telling a good story. The second focus is having good fights. The third focus is let's make a political statement. They forgot all that. They was like, no, fuck the fights, fuck the story. I want to talk about how much I hate the Orange Man. I was like, I can see this on CNN or Fox. Right now, I kind of want to watch a superhero punch a supervillain in the face for truth and justice.
And here's the catch. You know what made me mad about that is that they had, you know what show had great moments in that regard? Legends. Legend always had may have had great political messaging, but it also was particularly I feel like this season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong in a second. But I'm gonna let you finish. But I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. Keep going.
Season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow was so good that.
Oh, season 1. Yeah. You're right. Season 1 was
season
good.
1 to the rest, it feels disconnected. It doesn't feel like season 1 was written by the same people who wrote the rest of the show. Particularly if you're comparing season 1 to season 7. What?
Nah. Let me tell you why you're wrong. I'm about to tell you why you're wrong. I mean, you're right, but let me tell you why you're wrong. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to the next topic.
I was so angry. angry.
This is like a first time in the SOULcast, but for the first time in the SOULcast, we're gonna focus on Soul Fist's own channel.
Right.
I have a playlist.
No. It's not the first time. Because you remember when you were talking about feminism, and you talked about one of your favorite episodes of
Batman animated series.
Yeah.
Girls Night Out. Girls Night Out. It's a great episode.
Which is one of my favorite episodes of the Tim Bruce universe. Like but
there's a difference between a female empowerment episode in the 90s and a female empowerment episode in 20. Mr. Benz, can we watch that episode again? Or at least watch that video on that episode again? Mr. Benson, would you be up for that?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Ooh, this about to damn SOULcast After Hours is about to get crazy. Okay, so as you can see here, Mr. Benson, can you see where my mouse cursor is right here in his little black spot? Exactly. I have a playlist on this channel called SJW Rants. If you know what an SJW is,
I found out about that from you, Social Justice Warrior.
Ooh, I hate him. This was the first video I made. Oh my god, 7 years ago.
I remember that because I was like, but Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X were social justice warriors. You're like, no. They were social justice warriors who did it correctly.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. This video, for context, I'm not gonna watch it, but for context, apparently being athletic is sexist.
What are you talking about?
This whole video I'm making right now is just this chick complaining. Oh my god, that's a young SOULfist.
More short. Wow.
I'm gonna mute it. So you can't hear it. Apparently, this whole video is this one lady talking about her. She's irrelevant now. At this point in time, she was the scourge of the internet. At this point in time,
right?
Fuck. Hold on. Wait a minute. Fuck.
Haven't you? We talked about her before, have we not?
We have, but she doesn't exist anymore, which is why it sucks. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
At this point in time, her name was Anita Sarkeesian. She's irrelevant now because everybody kind of realized the bullshit she was peddling. No matter what a video game did, she found a way to make it sexist. And at that point in time, everybody felt the need to kind of talk about her and say how much bullshit she was, because she was trying to say that because there were male characters in Overwatch, like this guy or this guy, who were like overweight or obese, and there were no female characters in Overwatch who were that way. That Overwatch is sexist because only male characters can be heroes if they're overweight, but female characters can be overweight. And I spent the whole video breaking down why she was fucking stupid. And then she went from Overwatch and she started talking about fucking. Hold on, let me go back. I don't even want to fucking do it because I don't even know how to fucking prove it. Okay, hold on. So she's talking about how these are the male characters. You got a little frog guy, you got this guy, you got a monkey guy, you got a rat guy. And she was like, oh, if you look at the female characters, they all slim and hot, but there's no fat female characters. It's like, well, your whole gamer base is dudes, and they want to look at hot chicks. But also on top of that, if I'm going to put myself in this mindset and be like, well, these are characters really doing what you're telling me they're doing, and it's Overwatch. They're running, they're jumping, they're shooting, they're sprinting, they're sliding, they're dashing, they're crawling, and it's nonstop combat, then if you're a woman and your body constantly burning calories and you're constantly doing these things, then it's really only one way you're going to end up looking. Your body's going to burn the calories and you're going to be slim and fit, because the female form only really ends up looking a certain way at the end of the day. And no matter how much you hate it, you can't ignore biology. You can't fucking do it. There are no overweight athletes. It doesn't fucking exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking exist. And then she was just talking about how much she hates it. And she was talking about all this other she's fucking trash. I don't want to spend so much time on it. Let me get off that fucking frame. There we go. That's a good frame. Let me stay on that frame. Okay. The video wanted to show you how much of a feminist are you. Oh my god. This bitch. I remember all these videos. Cosplaying is offensive. Oh my Jesus Christ. Cultural appropriation is bullshit. Hold on, Miss Benson. I just want to tease you a little bit.
What?
Why isn't cultural appropriation real? 6 years ago. That's you, Miss Benson.
Right. Yeah, why isn't cultural appropriation real?
Well, and I said, well, Mr. Benson, I just explained in the video.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me be clear. I was trying to be rude. Never said you was. I was trying to say that cultural appropriation starts with a lack of credit. When a person or group don't give credit to the originator idea, they didn't come up with it, then there would be backlash. I kind of
right.
Okay. I can agree to that.
Yeah.
I can see, and then he said, I can see what bothers you. So it's just warriors to attack the low hanging fruit because it's easy. It's easy to attack a high school student because it's too hard to attack that which truly affects the Asian community. For example, the factories in China that mass produce electronics 2 cents a day is too hard to attack. And I was like, and I simply said, instead, they waste their time literally complaining about nothing, all the while doing nothing to help.
Right. That's actually my biggest problem is that I don't see a whole lot of people helping in these problems. So I hear a lot of people going, man, culture appropriation.
We about to take a detour. Miss Benz, you want to go back to SOULfast in like 2016?
Oof. 2016 SOULfast, that was a wild boy.
No, we gonna go back to SOULfast in 2016. We gonna go back to fuck the cultural appropriation, huh? Being black is hard. SOULfast. Wait.
I ain't gonna lie.
We gonna take a little detour. And keep on, we're doing all this to get to this. This is how you do a girls' night out episode. I was ranting about the Flash, but being black is hard. So I just want to hold on. What was I saying? I want to see if I still agree with myself here, Mr. Bennington.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I am very much not a fan of this shit. This is getting to the point where it's getting kind of annoying. But let's go. Let's go watch.
So some of that old time rock and roll, huh?
Yeah, rock and roll music. I am very much not a fan of this shit. This is getting to the point where it's getting kind of annoying. But let's go. Let's go watch.
For those who can't hear me, because this is a really shitty video. There's a really shitty video. I said this shit is starting to annoy me. Hold on, wait a minute, Miss Benson. This is 6 years ago. And this one I was saying this shit is starting to annoy me.
I remember that.
This
shit was starting.
It's starting to annoy me. This is Supergirl. Like season 2.
I am very much not a fan of this shit. This is getting to the point where it's getting kind of annoying. But let's go. Let's go watch.
So that old time rock and roll, huh?
Yeah, rock and roll music. Karaoke. Everybody having a good time early in the episode. Cue the motherfucking social justice. You can't get away from it, dude. You know, this is funny. This is kind of like a real conversation with people like this. How you could be talking about anything, and they'll find a way to bring it back to like these social justice topics, and they just won't let it drop. It's like talking to like somebody who's like really into Jesus. You can just say good morning to them, and they'll bring it up, and make it about Jesus. It's just kind of like what it is. They can't let it go. It's like a religion to them.
Get on the internet.
Yes.
Stay the fuck off the internet, then.
Many of the pioneers of rock and roll were people of color did not receive fame or fortune their white counterparts did.
See, this is true. That's actually a fact. I'm not about to fault them for that. However, everybody knows this. Everybody acknowledges this. Like in this current day and age, nobody will deny this. Nobody will fight you on this. Like you can ask anybody where was rock and roll founded. They would tell you it was in the African American community. They will give them that credit. You're talking about the past here. It's not rock and roll is not a problematic genre. First, I'll use the word problematic. I can make a whole nother video on that, but what is this? Lacey Green 2013? Let's go.
Okay, I want to stop it right there, Mr. Bennington.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, 6 years ago, it was getting to the point where I couldn't watch a TV show about superheroes punching supervillains in the face without hearing some obviously placed political messaging in there where I'm like, why are you interrupting my show where I just want to watch the Flash punch Gorilla Grodd in the face to talk to me about why I'm a toxic cis male and the patriarchy and systemic oppression? Why are you fucking with my escapism? You're not letting me have my own escapism. I just want to watch a fucking TV show. You won't leave me alone. I can't live in the real world because you're everywhere. So I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, I'm just going to watch my TV shows. But now I can't even do that anymore. That's when I really became aware of all of this. And that's when I started speaking out against all of this. The Flash was doing it at this time 6 years ago. Star Wars started doing it with Rey. Every media I was enjoying, with the exception of anime, because video games are doing it, music was doing it, I couldn't get away from it. And people ask me, why do you hate this shit so much? It's because now I can't even enjoy escapism. I can't even escape from the real world anymore. Because now all I sit here and listen to is how terrible men are and how bad men are and the patriarchy and the problematic this, problematic that. And if you like rock and roll, you're racist. And if you do this, you're racist. And if you do that, you hate women, so you're sexist. And if you have the nerve to say, oh, well, no, I'm not a fucking sexist, you're part of the problem. That's a big one. You're part of the problem. And then at the same time, 6 years ago, I forgot what year it was, but 2016 is like, by the way, Captain America just died. Iron Man just died. The Hulk just died. Thor is unworthy. Hawkeye just became, he just retired. Captain Marvel, she did this, she did that, she did, by the way, and now all your favorite heroes, we're gonna replace them with teenage, racially and sexually diverse versions of those heroes. You want Iron Man? Well, you're getting the Iron Heart. You want Captain America? Well, you're getting the Falcon, but he's Captain America. You want Wolverine? Well, she's X-23, but she's Wolverine. You want Hawkeye? You got Kate Bishop. You want Miss Marvel? Well, Miss Marvel was Captain Marvel, and now the new Miss Marvel is a Pakistani bitch named Kamala Khan. You want Spider-Man? Fuck Spider-Man. Peter Parker can suck a dick. You get Miles Morales, you're going to take it and you're going to like it. Well, what about the Hulk? Fuck the Hulk. Now you got Amadeus Cho. He's Korean. He's the new Hulk. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
He's a who?
What the fuck is happening right now? What about these characters? No, they're white and they're men. And if you want those characters back because you spent the last 30 years of your life reading stories about these characters and admiring them because they're heroes, you're part of the problem and you hate women and you hate minorities.
No, I don't.
I'm just like, whoa, wait, hold on, time out. No, I'm good with this. I'm just going to watch fucking anime. I'm just going to read manga because I'm not about to read the next issue of Dragon Ball and then Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan 10, Chaozu, Yamcha, Krillin, Android 18. I'm not going to read the next issue of Dragon Ball, and all of them are dead. And now we have Shiku, and she's Goku, but she's better than Goku. And she's Super Saiyan 5000. And she's Super Saiyan God. And she mastered Ultra Instinct and mastered Ultra Ego. And she has no problems. And nobody can beat her in a fight because she's strong and she's empowered and she's a woman. And she's the greatest of all time. And Goku's a bitch ass, patriarchal, fucking women hating misogynist. And how dare you look up to him because something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
But when I say something about it, well, you just hate minority characters and you hate strong female characters. I'm like, hold on, wait. I love Sophus love female characters. Do you know who you're talking to?
All he does is love female characters. And here's the catch: Sophus, in some ways, was better than me because all the female characters I liked them for a reason, and it wasn't the most wholesome reasons. He actually just genuinely loved female characters. I'm like, I like bad bitch. I remember that.
Bro, I'm in the room right now, in glowing light, surrounded by a room full of female characters. And it's not just one, it's not a shrine to one character. There's more Harley Quinn than other characters in here. I will admit that.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. But yeah, there's more. I love Harley Quinn, my favorite female character. But I'm looking at it right now. I see Harley Quinn, Nami from One Piece, Uraraka Choco from My Hero Academia, Piranha from One Piece, Jubilee, Videl from Dragon Ball, Himi Kotoka from My Hero Academia, White Schnee from Ruby, Android 18 from Dragon Ball, Sakura from Street Fighter. I see 2 Power Rangers, Kira Ford from Dino Thunder, and Kimberly Hart from Mighty Morphin. It's so many fucking characters I could look at right now all over my room. It is a lot of Harley Quinn. I'm looking at my room. There's a lot of Harley Quinn in my room.
There's a lot of Harley Quinn.
There's a lot of Harley Quinn. I love Harley Quinn. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate a character that was fucking taken advantage of, manipulated, and abused, and decided, I don't want to do this shit no more. I want to be my own woman now. I want to stand on my own. I'm not going to ignore the damage you've done to me. Harley's fucking crazy. But even though she's crazy, you know what Harley still did? I don't want to be with you no more, Joker.
Fair.
I don't want to be with you no more. With the CW and Disney and Marvel and DC and all these other shows trying to tell you is that women can't make that decision on their own. They're victims. They're ostracized. They're marginalized. They're disenfranchised. And women aren't smart enough to realize they made the wrong choice and say, hey, I chose to go with you. I fucked up. I don't want to be with you no more. No, it's always the man's fault. They can never be accountable for their own decisions. That's when I hate people say, oh, I hate the character of Harley Quinn. Why?
I hate the character of Harley Quinn because they want her to.
Why? Why?
Who, me?
Yeah, why?
Because I remember having this conversation with you a while ago. I was like, wait, hold on. What about all the damage that she did throughout Gotham?
100%. 100%. You know what's crazy? And once again, I'm about to sound fucking crazy. And this is how you know I don't hate female characters. I'm about to sound crazy. Was that Harley's fault?
She made decisions, yeah.
Did she? Did she really make decisions? Or was her decision was listen to you or be killed?
Are you talking about Joker, right?
Yeah. Did she really make decisions? Did she really make decisions? Or was her decisions listen to you or be killed? And those are your two choices.
She jumped into the acid by herself willingly. She made a decision from that point moving forward.
What was her other choice?
The only really
No. Her choice was jump into the acid or.
I remember seeing in Suicide Squad. I was like, she jumped into the acid willingly.
Suicide Squad told the story a little bit differently, but I'm talking like in terms of the origin. What was her choices? Jump into the acid or
die.
So what choice was she really given?
Oh, she was no. Joker don't give you choices. I agree.
Right. So she jumped to the acid. The acid made her crazy, and then she fell in love with the Joker. She fell in love with a manipulator, an abuser. She had Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
So people say, well, before she turned into the new Harley Quinn, she was crazy. But she has Stockholm syndrome. There's a word, there's a term for it. We can explain why she did what she did. It was Stockholm syndrome. And then here's the crazy thing. Most people who get all people, really, realistically, all people who get Stockholm syndrome, they never break out of it. They'll always find a reason to excuse their abuser. Because they're suffering from Stockholm. No matter what happens, no matter how you try to speak to him, hey, you need to get away from this guy. Hey, you need to do this. Hey, you need to... No, you don't understand him like I do. That's Stockholm syndrome.
It's almost cult-like, yeah.
Yeah. So when you have a character who's literally going through Stockholm syndrome, and then they go, wait a minute, time out. This shit is crazy. I'm crazy. I'm not normal. I'm fucking crazy. But this shit, you want to blow up all of Gotham? Time out. I don't think I should be listening to you. Wait a minute. Am I wrong? Wait a minute. Time out. Is Batman right? Wait a minute. Time out. Do you really love me? Wait a minute.
Time out.
Every time the cops show up, you push me into the ground and step on my head to get into the escape car and leave me behind so I get arrested. Wait a minute. What the fuck am I doing? Fuck. I'm still crazy though. Fuck. You know what? Yeah, I'm crazy, but I don't want to be with you. But fuck, I'm still crazy. Oh fuck. The whole world still hates me now. Fuck. Batman's still gonna try to beat my ass. Well, let me try to do something. Let me try. I know I can't. I know I never will. Nobody will ever forgive me. If you read the comics, Wonder Woman has never and never will. Wonder Woman has never and never will forgive Harley Quinn. Wonder Woman does not like Harley Quinn. And she, no matter what Harley Quinn does, Wonder Woman was like, if Batman lets me, I'll shove my sword through your chest.
Huh.
You killed way too many people.
Which she has. She.
But Batman's like, hold on, Diana. Stockholm syndrome. One of them was like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck? That sounds like an excuse to not smoke this bitch out.
No, and that's how Wonder Woman sees it though.
Yeah.
That's how she sees it. She's like, I don't give a fuck. And Batman's like, hold on, wait a minute, Diana. Stockholm syndrome. Wait a minute. Don't kill her. And then Harley, she tries to help in her own right, and then maybe she doesn't do a good job of it, but she tries. So people tell me, oh, I hate Harley Quinn because when she was with the Joker, she did so much fucked up shit. Time out. I want to say one thing. Stockholm syndrome.
We actually have a name for it. Like it's not no bullshit. Like we actually have a name for it. With that being said, I also understand the instinct to be like, I hate this bitch. I get it. I do understand the instinct, but I agree. Stockholm syndrome is real.
That's a real thing. People who protect their abusers, that's a real thing.
Hell, you can make an argument.
And it's almost impossible to break out of. Theoretically, scientifically speaking, it's basically impossible to break out of. Once an abuser has you, it's done. You'll always protect them.
Yeah, but I was gonna say that you can make an argument that that's kind of what I hate doing this to Drake, but that's kind of probably what Drake was going. What was going on?
You mean the reason why none of Drake's victims are coming out against him right now?
Oh, really?
Why would they? I'm a teenage girl and Drake wants to hang out with me. He was super nice to me. Okay, yeah, Drake was nice to you, but if I found a 16, 17-year-old dude who was fucking his high school teacher and I asked him, hey, were you abused? Nah, man. Mrs. Mrs. Amsterdam was super cool to me. Okay, I understand why you feel that way, but what you're not understanding is that you're 16 years old and she a grown ass adult and she shouldn't be fucking talking to you. And you would never understand that. So your opinion doesn't fucking matter.
Ooh, I agree.
Yeah.
Like
That's how I feel about this shit right here. This
like if you ask me would I smash Miss Melton? Yes. But I'm also
should Miss Melton be smashing you? Is the question.
Right. Should Miss Melton even be thinking about me in that way? No.
That's the same thing with this right here.
Would you pop
Where
you? Opportunity is 100% equal all across the board. Opportunity is equal across the board. There's no way around it. That's factually correct.
Yeah, like I ain't trying to spend so much time on.
But Girls Night Out was a good episode. It was an excellent episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 5-minute video. Let's watch this real quick. Then we move on to the next topic.
Excellent.
Damn, I was mad off the rip. I was mad off the rip. I was angrier in the past, Mr. Bennington.
I remember. I was there.
I was angrier in the past. I was angrier in the past. Oh my god.
So I just finished watching this cringy ass episode of The Flash, and you know what it did? It reminded me because it had the same name as an episode of one of my favorite episodes of Batman the Animated Series called Girls Night Out, and it's kind of funny. See, this is what The Flash tried to do in this episode. It tried to symbolize how anyone, man or woman, can be the hero you need. But here's the thing: this episode did not preach to you. Of course, the same trope, the group of female heroes, the band together to stop the female villain. It's a female-centric episode, and you see your female heroes go through their loses and their wins, and you see Supergirl getting her ass shot. But here's the thing, this episode isn't preaching to you. The message it got was powerful and potent and damn near like gorgeous because it was right, and it didn't have to say what it was trying to do. It showed it. The characters did it themselves. The villains showed how resourceful and dominating, powerful villains they were by using their own resources and abilities. The hero showed how heroic and how dutiful they are in themselves by coming and stopping the villains. And it never once had to tell you, by the way, these are females, so this is impressive. By the way, these are females, so this is a good thing. Because this was a time when they didn't need to, when a character was just a character.
I'm gonna stop it right there, Mr. Bennington. I apologize for the 2014 Soul Fist videos.
I remember. Like you don't have to remind me. I remember that.
But I think the point I'm making right now kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah.
When a character can inspire hope or whatever, regardless, you didn't have to attach their gender to them. Their persona is what you attach to. Everything they stood for is what you attach to. Their powers and abilities, which you stood for. Their gender.
Miss Bennett, I'm sorry. 2015 Soul Fist is speaking right now. Can I run that back for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hold on.
Whatever, regardless, you didn't have to inspire hope or whatever, regardless. Character can inspire. A character was just a character. When a character,
there we go.
This was a time when they didn't need to. When a character was just a character. When a character can inspire hope or whatever, regardless, you didn't have to attach their gender to them. Their persona is what you attach to. Everything they stood for is what you attach to. Their powers and abilities, what you stood for. Their gender did not matter to you. And this episode perfectly illustrates that. It was never, ever about gender. It wasn't until this third wave of feminism came that gender started coming into question where women are underrepresented. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, yes. What are you talking about? This was such a great episode. Meanwhile, you got The Flash talking about something.
For reference, you were listening to a Soul Fist who all he did was read comic books and watch anime and watch comic book TV shows and stuff, and all he ever seen was male and female characters being fucking badasses or being outright fucking evil, and never once was the fact the character was male or female mattered. Miss Benetton, anything you want to say to that?
Listen, once again, we are the same two people who genuinely believe that Jennifer Scott is the greatest, is one of the greatest Rangers of all time.
Oh, 100. Time Force Pink? Yeah, 100%.
Not only one of the greatest Rangers of all time.
Did Time Force ever tell you, by the way,
she's a
woman. You know this is a woman, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Benson, do you know that Jen Scott is a woman?
I hate that shit.
By the way, Miss Benson, do you know this is a woman?
Yeah.
But Miss Benson, do you know this is a woman though?
Yeah, it's a woman though. It's a woman.
It's just like, I just know her. It's Time Force Pink, bro.
Right. No, but it's not even just that too. You know what made me mad? You know, one of the greatest ironies of that whole show is that the physically strongest member of the team is also
a girl. Yeah.
So we live in a world dominated by the male gaze episode. What? Meanwhile, you got the Flash talking about we live in a world dominated by the male gaze and women.
This was the same. This was the time when that episode of the Flash came out called Girls Night Out. There's an episode of the Flash called Girls Night Out. This episode of Batman the animated series is called Girls Night Out, and this is why I made the comparison, because that episode of the Flash was when Felicity and Killer Frost and Laurel, it was somebody else, I forgot.
It was a bunch of people,
and it ended like they were just like, yeah, hashtag feminism or whatever the fuck. They kept saying it the whole episode, and like the entire episode, they were just like reminding you, by the way, we're women. Oh, we just did something dope. Hashtag feminism. And I was like, okay, I remember this episode of the animated series when there were literally no male characters in the entire episode.
Yeah, the men, all both their mentors were gone. Superman and Batman, they were gone. They were elsewhere doing what the fuck ever.
No Lex Luthor, no Joker.
No Lex Luthor, no Joker, no Robin to back them up. It's just them.
There were literally no male characters, and it was one of the best episodes of the whole show,
but bar none.
And it was just like, my whole point was like, this episode never stopped to be like, by the way, hashtag feminism. Hashtag feminism. All these characters are women. Do you realize how awesome this is? They're all women. Do you realize how awesome this is, Mr. Benetton? They're all women. There's Batgirl and Supergirl versus Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Livewire. They're all women. Mr. Benetton, do you realize how awesome this is? Hashtag feminism. They're all women. They're empowered. Fuck men.
We don't like them. It's like, what?
What?
Men can't wear whatever they want because men will look at them. This is such a great episode. Meanwhile, you got the Flash talking about we live in a world dominated by the male gaze and women can't wear whatever they want because men will look at them. First off, the male gaze. Let's talk about the goddamn male gaze. Such a shameful, like, hideous statement to even make, as if almost it's wrong for you to be a man, to be attracted to something, to see something and be like, wow, that's really physically appealing to me. Of course, when you're just staring at somebody creepily, yeah, but just they're making it seem like just being attracted to women is wrong, and that everything, all of our media is dictated by this. Supergirl and Batgirl don't look like they're victims of the male gaze here. Yeah, and this is old. Remember, this is when they were saying women were really like oppressed and stuff, right? None of these characters look. I mean, I guess you could argue Poison Ivy, but that's her shtick to seduce men, because that's something women can do. You act like women can't seduce men, and then my problem with this episode of The Flash was that it really acted like, oh god, with that damn male gaze speech. Like men aren't victims of like women with wandering eyes. You know what I mean? Like first off, nobody forces you to work in a strip club. Second off, nobody shames you for working in a strip club. Nobody cares. Like you're there to do your job. You know what I mean? That's no one thinks that. That's it's almost like you're putting words in the mouth of men. Secondly, you think why do you think Twilight exists? Why do you think 50 Shades of Grey exists? Why do you think any of these romantic young adult movie thingies exist? You act like this women don't like there's no reason for the dog dude in Twilight to take his shirt off before he turns into a dog because he doesn't wear clothes when he's a dog. You just do that because women like seeing dudes with abs. There's a reason why there's fire calendars. And you know, it's so stupid. It tries to pretend like women themselves don't like to gawk at men. Like there's not a reason all
Mr. Benson, anything you want to say to that?
No, I remember having this conversation where we were like why is Supergirl dressed the way she dresses? Because she's nigh invulnerable.
It doesn't matter what she has on.
It doesn't matter what she has on. Whereas Batgirl, everything she has on her is armor. That's meant to protect her.
Miss Ben, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why does the dog guy in Twilight take his shirt off before he turns into a dog? When he turns into a dog, he's not wearing any clothes at all. Meaning you can't see his pants. Meaning if he never takes his pants off and turns into a dog and you can't see his pants, then there's no reason to take his fucking shirt off.
True. They said that there's an in-text reason for that. I never took the time to actually learn.
Fuck the book. I'm talking about the movies for right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? The movie never explains to you why does he get shirt off under his pants?
Because
he takes his shirt off so it won't rip when he transforms. Okay, cool. I would accept that, but he's not a giant wolf walking around in pants. He doesn't have any fucking clothes on at all. Right. So I'm assuming that when he transforms, his clothes disappear.
Yeah, I was saying that they really did that because
chicks want to watch Taylor Lautner with no shirt on.
Yeah, women like watching.
Isn't that the female gaze?
Yes, and I'm completely okay with it. Like the difference between the male gaze and female gaze is really this. Women need something to be. How do I say this?
Offended by?
I'm going to say something that
they need something to be offended by.
Yes, they need something to be. They need to be victims. They're not victims because everybody looks at somebody attractive, and quite frankly, I wish more women looked at me with a female gaze. Like,
please do. Please.
Listen, please do me. Like, what is it? Please objectify me. Please do.
Hold on. This video's almost over. Let's run through it, bro.
Dog. You just do that because women like seeing dudes with abs before he turns into a dog. Women don't like. There's no reason for the dog dude in Twilight to take his shirt off before he turns into a dog because he doesn't wear clothes when he's a dog. You just do that because women like seeing dudes with abs. There's a reason why there's fire calendars, and you know it's so stupid. It tries to pretend like women themselves don't like to gawk at men. Like there's not a reason all the wrestlers are fucking half naked, wearing trunks and boots with their abs and stuff. Like women don't like it. It's the dumbest, most preachy shit, and you just infest your TV shows with it. It's like you're forced to go to church for a religion you're not a part of.
I'm gonna stop that right there because that's my point. You heard what 2015 SOULcast said?
Yeah.
It's like I'm forced to go to a religion I'm not a part of. It's like I'm forced to go to church for a religion I'm not a part of. I just want to watch superheroes and supervillains fight each other. So whenever and you've asked me this a couple of times, and I had to tell you, it's like you was like, well, so do you just hate female characters? Like, no, look around me. Like You can't see it right now because all you see is the Batman calendar. I mean, the Batman curtain. But like, no, look around me. I don't. I just want to watch heroes fight villains, and if they're women and they're hot and sexy, dope. Yeah. Matter of fact, I like the hot and sexy women more than the male characters. If you go on my channel and you watch me, I have a lot of gameplay on my channel for a lot of video games. If I have the option to, whether it be like a RPG like Dark Souls, or a fighting game like Street Fighter or Tekken or whatever the fuck, if I have the if Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order would have gave me the choice
between male and female,
I would have picked a female character every time. I always play with female characters in video games. If I have the choice, I'm picking a female character. I love female characters. I just don't want the story to revolve around the fact that the character is female. Is that weird?
No, not at all. Not to me, anyway.
But in today's day and age, if you say that, I don't want the story to revolve around the fact that the character's female. But that's because you're just a misogynist and you hate women. I was like, what? Yeah, Mr. Benson, it's weird. It's weird. But
let's get to what the Abba and Preach.
No. Pete and Bass, then Abba and Preach.
Oh, Pete and Bass.
Pete and Bass, then Abba and Preach.
Yeah.
As always, we gonna let it play one time. We're gonna listen to it. We're gonna play it the second time and then talk about it.
Understood.
This is a late night episode of the SOULcast. I don't know if Mr. Bennington gonna make it through the whole episode.
I might not make, which is the reason why we can pick it up tomorrow. Trust me. And actually, if we pick it up tomorrow, we might have more people on it.
All right. Well, if you hit the point where you're like, man, I need to lay down or whatever, yeah, let me know.
Yes, sir. I got you.
We about to. I gotta skip these fucking ads.
Oh, that's an ad. I was like, what are you watching?
All right, Pete and Bass, their newest song. Matter of fact, I feel like this is a we could do it tomorrow topic.
Okay.
I feel like this is a we could do it tomorrow topic. Because if you're feeling like you might not
take on it more so than even my own take on it. I would love to hear what you and Des Perez are gonna say.
Yeah. If you're feeling like you might not be able to stay awake too much longer, let's
True. Let's get to Abba and Preach. I love Abba and Preach. I do. I really want to get to Abba and Preach in the Fresh and Fit one because I was like, the government's coming out the Fresh and Fit. Are they like what, not paying their taxes? What's going on?
Nah, it's nothing even about that. But okay. The Abba and Preach video. Let's go into that. We'll get back to the pre. Yeah, Young Prez would be dope for that one because he's a rapper too.
Yeah, you and Young. Okay. That's actually what I would prefer. I was like, no, don't talk about that because that's. So
I'm a rapper too. Oh,
yeah,
but yeah,
you guys are rappers, so I'm like, that's more within your lane than it is within mine. So I'm like, no, y'all talk about that. That should be fucking flames. I would love to hear what your commentary is on.
Oh, bro, that's so much I want to say about that track because it's so fucking dope. But okay. Let's play this.
Cool. Let's do it.
The gist of it is this: they got government-funded programs to get red pillars out of here and get them demonetized or whatever it is. On their scale, you'd be male supremacy.
No, you would.
No, on their scale, you would become. You just saying what you said is male supremacy.
No, it's not.
It is.
No.
On their scale, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, this one's a weird one. In 2023, a CVE order.
This one says, hold on, wait. The fucking bar is in the way. Is it gonna go away? All right. It says in 2023, a CVE organization called Peril at American University was awarded $750,000 under the DHS TVTP program to inoculate teens.
Organization called Peril at American
Inoculate comes from the term innocuous. To be innocuous means to appear as unthreatening. Anyway,
University was a CVE organization called Peril at America University was awarded $750,000 under the DHS TVT program to inoculate teens against extremism. This program is
inoculate them against extremism. But the term innocuous means to appear as unthreatening. Keyword to appear as unthreatening.
Overseen by to inoculate teens against extremism. This program is overseen by MSNBC columnist Cynthia Miller Idris. You may remember her from when she was recently flamed by Elon Musk for an article relating physical fitness to white supremacy. The grant proposal states it will use short-form video inoculation strategies to interrupt pathways to violent extremism, and that Peril, the organization, has teamed up with Google's Jigsaw and with media production company called Long Story Short Media to do this. Among the target populations for Peril program are content creators and social media influencers who are trained in the techniques of narrative storytelling, short-form video, evidence-based inoculation. In the text for Peril program are content creators and social media to do this. Among the target populations for Peril program are content creators and social media influencers who are trained in the techniques of narrative storytelling, short-form video, evidence-based inoculation style scripting, and production.
Among the target population for the Peril program are content creators and social media influencers who are trained in the techniques of narrative storytelling, short-form video, and evidence-based inoculation style scripting and production. That's really interesting.
Narrative storytelling, short-form video, evidence-based inoculation style scripting, and production. Also redacted from the application is the name of a YouTube influencer with 585,000 subscribers who agreed to support their project by producing and training others.
So also redacted from the FOIA, the whole fucking document, is a YouTube influencer with 585,000 subscribers who basically said, I will use my influence to help you get rid of their influence.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
85,000 subscribers.
Even though everybody who's kind of like on this list is much higher than their influence, but let's keep going.
Who agreed to support their project by producing and training others. Okay. Now, what are they targeting? Diverting hate used something called the male supremacy scale to give each
male supremacy scale. Diverting hate used something called the male supremacy scale to give each of these creators an extremism score. Supremacy, extremism, these are buzzwords they use. These are words they use when they don't really want to combat the argument you're making, but they want to make your argument sound as bad as possible. This score system is a product of Peril, which you can read about in a quoted tweet. The goal of the DH campaign was to suppress the growth of the targeted creators.
Each of these creators an extremism score. The goal of the DH campaign was to suppress the growth of targeted creators. I'm going to read the next part, but I want you to read the names that are on this list on the website.
All right, let's go through this. I don't know how many of these creators you're familiar with, but it's been a time I'm very familiar with every single last one of them. So I'm gonna go by them one by one. I want to tell me if you know them. If you do, dope. We'll talk about it. If you don't, just tell me you don't know about them, and I'll kind of explain it to them. I'll kind of explain them to you. Okay. So let's start at the top. The male supremacy scale. We have Sandman. Do you know Sandman?
No.
Sandman is a dude. He's on YouTube. He makes videos. A lot of his videos are chicks who are like on spring break and stuff like that. And his whole video is like, hey, man, avoid these hoes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all his content. And his
Damn.
whole content is like, hey man, avoid these hoes. Go make some money. Get your life in order. Go to the gym. Go work out. Go, you know what I mean? Like, you just go get your shit together. Avoid these hoes. Stop trying to fuck these bitches. Just focus on yourself. Right.
Right.
His whole video was like, don't involve women in your life. That's kind of like all his shit.
Damn.
So yeah, no, that's his whole channel is his concept. Don't involve women in your life, pretty much. And they gave him a male supremacy score of 93.
Jesus.
Second one, the real MTR.
I know MTR.
Mediocre tutorial and reviews.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with him?
Yeah.
Well, they gave him a male supremacy score of 92.
Why? Okay.
Even though MTR's whole channel was like, hey man, kind of similar to Sandman. He was like, hey man, don't involve these hoes in your life. But he's not like Sandman is like avoid women, period.
Right.
MTR is like, avoid hoes. Hey, if you meet the right one, you meet the right one. If you don't, then just keep living your life. Work out, make money, etc. Legion of Men, very similar. It's some dude, an old like Mexican dude, like you know, I'm very familiar with him. The Rational Male, Royal Tomasi, very familiar with him. Fresh and Fit, Fresh and Fit Clips, who's I'm surprised isn't number one, but Fresh and Fit is at 88 of male supremacy. Fresh and Fit is at 88. They put MCR at a 92 of male supremacy, which seems kind of fucking crazy. I don't even like if there was some male supremacy going on. I'm surprised, but Fresh and Fit is like, no. I guess I understand why, because Fresh and Fit is like, no, fuck the hoes. Yeah, no, I mean, like literally and figuratively, like have sex with the hoes. That's what Fresh and Fit is telling you. And MTR is like, no, don't have sex with the hoes. But Fresh and Fit is saying like, have sex with the hoes, just don't marry them.
Fair.
Rich Cooper, similar to Fresh and Fit and MTR. Don't have sex with the hoes, don't marry them, make money, do your things, whatever. Just pearly things. And she's like, hey, get married, have children, be a Christian. They gave her an 85 for male supremacy. Steph is Cold is more similar to Fresh and Fit than Rich Cooper, just pearly things. He's like, hey, but I guess Steph is Cold is like, no, don't fuck the hoes and don't get married. Aaron Clary, don't know who that is. Araco TV, he doesn't really give any prescriptions at all. He's just like, hey, look, this is what's going on right now. Check this out. Oh, look at these dumb hoes right now. And he's also like, man, look at these dumbass dudes right now giving money to all these hoes. And he's also like, look at these niggas, these dumbass niggas trying to take advantage of these hoes or whatever. Yeah. And then they get a hoe pregnant, and now they gotta give the whole child support. That's a Rocco TV. A Rocco doesn't even belong on this fucking list. Like, I don't know. 21 Studios, no idea who that is. I don't know. Anything you want to say so far?
It's a lot of these things is a lot of these things. I mean, a lot of this stuff comes down is really subject to your own prejudice, but a lot of these channels, I'm more concerned about the young men who are looking. If you're concerned about the young men looking to this as means to, you know what I'm saying, it's like, oh, we need to worry about how men are interpreting the world around them. I'm like, if you're concerned about that and you think that these are bad examples, I'm not even telling you that these bad examples aren't bad examples, but where are the good examples?
You know what? You know what I'll tell you to that? Because of like say MCR or Fresh Fit, or even just Pro the Dings, or Steph is Cold, or Rocco, or rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. If Kevin Samuels was alive, he'll be fucking 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a point in my life where I had absolutely fucking no idea what the fuck I was doing out there. And I kept involving myself with hoes over and over and over again. And because of a lot of these channels that's on this list right now, I made a complete 180 in my life. And I'm doing great things right now. And I'm a married man, and we're working on having our first child and all this other stuff. So no matter how much somebody would try to tell me, well, if you listen to this channel, it's bad for you. I was like, well, really? Because listening to these channels is the best thing I ever did for my life. Because if not, I'll still be a fucking loser simp. So no matter what you're about to say, whatever argument you're trying to make, my direct life experience completely contradicts whatever the fuck you're about to say.
I don't know if you would have been a loser simp. Like loser simp, that's a tad bit tough. I remember you from those days. I don't remember you being loser simp.
No, because you don't know every fucking detail of what I was doing and what I was allowing to happen to me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch everything. But
Yeah.
I saw enough for me.
No. You couldn't have catch everything because I didn't say or explain everything. But I'm telling you.
Oh, you was wilding in these streets?
Actually, I wasn't wilding. That was the problem.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like I would literally been like a fucking loser, incel simp.
Oh no.
That's what have happened. That's what would have happened until I listened to a Fresh and Fit or MTR or just Pearly Things or Stuff is Cold or an Morocco or maybe even a Rational Mel or maybe even a Legion of Men or you know what I mean. And then I would have been like, or a Sandman or a Rich Cooper or any of these motherfuckers. I don't know who Aaron Clary or 21 Studios is, but any of them or a fucking Kevin Samuels who's not on this list or Andrew Tate who's not on this list, especially Andrew Tate. And then I kind of realized I don't gotta put up with this bullshit. I don't gotta fucking do that. I'm a grown ass man. I got a big ass fucking, you know what I mean? Like I don't gotta put up with this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that no more. I refuse. But it's like Andrew Tate said, it's like the first thing when the government wants to subjugate the people, the first thing they're going to go after is military age men. Because if you can silence and suppress them, then you can assure there will never be a revolt. And if you can shut them the fuck up, then you'll always be in power. And this, you can say what you want about Andrew Tate, but he was not wrong about that. You can shut up all the young men. You can make them all quiet. You can make them all shut the fuck up and listen. They'll never fucking revolt about you. And it kind of just is. It kind of is like reminding me of him saying that, if you know what I mean. With them saying, "Hey, we actively going after these channels because they're speaking to too many young men, and we're gonna label it as male supremacy, and we want to suppress these channels." Sounds like you want to shut up all the young men in your country. I don't know if you had like a different understanding.
I mean, maybe it's because I'm just a little. I'm strong enough not to allow myself to be shut down by a particular thought process. But it's.
Well, it doesn't matter if you get shut down or not. If like, let's say you're not shut down, and the person you listen to won't let themselves be shut down, but the government is telling the app or website that they're on, hey, don't promote this person no more. And the apps, and if you keep promoting this person, we're gonna shut down your whole website. Then the website or the app's gonna be like, oh, hey, sorry, Mr. Benenson, we can't promote you no more. The government saying they're gonna turn our website off if we keep promoting you. So
yeah,
I'm sorry. Ain't nothing we could do about it. And you're gonna sit here and ain't nobody gonna shut me down. Well, after you're gonna go from one website to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. And when the government decides, no, nigga, we won't allow you to get your voice out there. And yeah, you can make your own website, technically, yeah, but are you gonna have the same reach as YouTube or Twitter?
No.
No, you never will. And then YouTube and Twitter could just be like the people who they allow to stay on there, like Mr. Bennington's just crazy, and he spreads conspiracy theories, and he hates women, and he just does all this, and you ignore him. Most people will see that, but oh yeah, ignore Mr. Bennington. So you're over there sitting like, no, Nick, I have real ideas, I have real thoughts, I have real opinions. No, you're a woman hater. Nobody cares what you think.
Oh my god, that shit sucks. Like that's just, and it's so difficult because it's like it, it's just difficult. It's just difficult to make it through. It's difficult to truly be yourself at times, and it's like it shouldn't be this hard for us to tell the truth. It just shouldn't be.
Oh, of course it is. And then hide behind like, well, you got the freedom of speech in America, but this ain't America, nigga. It's a private owned platform. And we can tell you outright, no, you do not have the freedom of speech. You can't promote any message we don't agree with. You can't. We won't let you. We'll demonetize you.
It's true.
Let's keep going.
Sandman, the real MTR.
You know who that is?
It's mediocre.
Yeah.
Legion of Man, Rational Male, Fresh and Fit Clips.
Oh, Fresh and Fit's in there?
Fresh and Fit Clips, man.
No, they got
That's
Fresh
why
and-
I laugh. Yeah. Rich Cooper Channels, Just Pearly Things, Steph is Cold, Aaron Clary, Araco TV.
Stephen Cold has no reason being on this fucking list. Stephen Cold. Araco TV has
Just Pearly Things, Steph is Cold, Aaron Clary, Araco TV, 21 Studios.
none of these channels have a reason being on, especially Just Pearly Things on a male supremacy list. 2 million subscribers almost. Male supremacy this is weird, Mr. Bennington.
Well, is she a male supremacist?
No. All she does on her channel is advocate. She advocates Christian marriage, getting married, and not marrying hoes. She advocates to say, hey, if we meet a girl and she's like, hey, I used to be a stripper, I used to be on OnlyFans, I used to shoot porn, but please marry me. And she'll say, no, don't marry her. Don't do that. I don't know. Is that male supremacy? No, your honest opinion. No, is that male supremacy to you?
Male supremacy insinuates the ignoring or the praising of what is it? Misogyny against women.
Okay. So minus misogyny, what if these creators just saying like, hey, ignore hoes and ignore single moms?
That's what my mom been telling me to do for years.
Is that male supremacy?
Don't let male supremacy.
Don't pay attention to hoes and don't take care of another man's children. Is that male supremacy?
No, it just sounds like smart thinking.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Steph is Cold, Aaron Clary, Araco TV, 21 Studios.
DH notes that they were unable to run the campaign on a few of their planned targets due to YouTube demonetization. So it means that these people are getting money together to try to get these people demonetized or using government-funded programs to do so. Later in the report, they claim that demonetization doesn't slow the growth of large channels, and they use this to advocate for demonetizing creators when they're still small and unable to fight back. Okay, I can tell you this right now. Demonetization absolutely hurts the growth of channels. Look at all the channels that got demonetized, and I can assure you they've lost a lot of their luster, a lot of their will to even upload, and their reach. Go look at it. You'll notice there's a precipitous dive, and it's normal because they start spreading to other platforms, and then their viewership also doesn't get recommended as often because YouTube doesn't make money. So they're not incentivized to pay these people or to advertise them to as many people as possible for reach because it doesn't make YouTube as much money. Now, the gist of it is this. They got government-funded programs to get red pillars out of here and get them demonetized or whatever it is. That is what is essentially claimed in here.
That's crazy.
Did you look at the scale too? On the right side of the scale, it says subscriber count, increase in percentage. So they're like tracking just how much they're growing. But they're just looking at subscriber count. They don't have any idea of viewership or how it works. Like if you look at just Pearly Things, her channel's like almost dead. She still makes growth because some of her shorts go viral, but her regular videos no longer get
She's
views.
demonetized.
Yeah, she gets. That's why she was complaining recently about it because she's just like, "Yo, I feel like I'm dying." The people don't pay attention to just Pearly. She was hitting 100,000 to 200,000 per video
not
minimum.
anymore.
Okay,
Not anymore. 20.
now she hits a 10K. She's lucky, and she's dropping like 4 videos a day. She's trying.
Damn. Yeah. So basically, just to sum it up, they have a program that is targeting people to get them demonetized.
Yep, it's basically slow down their reach, their ability to make money. So.
You have the potential of creating martyrs. Like that's what the potential of the potential you have of doing. It's not happening. So I'm not really a fan of that practice. I mean, if you get demonetized because you don't follow certain rules and regulation of the channel that you are on, I can understand that. Targeted and stuff. I'm not necessarily for it, but I do understand it. I understand why it's happening. I understand that things like that can happen. If you make noise in a way that people frown upon, or you're like, the message that you sent out there is there's some lies in there, and you're directing and you're steering people in some kind of direction that people are not going to like it. Well, then, yeah, it's the possibility that you're going to be targeted. There's definitely a possibility you're going to be targeted. In most society, that's how it works. That's what happened. If you do something and you bring too much noise in a sense that the general public doesn't really like the direction you're going, they're going to try to get you out there. Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised at all that it's happening. Yeah, I would see that happening. I think it's not the first time that stuff like that happens. If there's a message that they don't want out there, they're going to try to suppress it. They claim free speech, but when you deal with the government,
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I have.
Okay. I don't think there's a point in carrying this video on past this point, unless you just want to see the rest of this video, Mr. Benson.
Honestly, it's starting to get about that time for me. But I do want to talk more about these topics, which is why I want to pick it up with a part 2 tomorrow. But yeah, when it comes to male,
okay, well, before you say that, would you let me throw one more topic at you before you go for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no, go say what you want to say. I'm gonna throw one more topic at you.
All right, hold on. All right. When it comes to male supremacy, like just like anything else, there has to be evidence to substantiate a claim. And simply because you don't like what someone says doesn't mean that they're male supremacists. Now, once again, you might not like what they say. You might not like the ways in which they say it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Fresh and Fit fan. I'm not the biggest Pearly fan. I'm really not the biggest fan of this type of content. But I don't know if what they're doing is a net positive or negative. But you can't say that they're producing male supremacists and there's no evidence to substantiate that claim. That just sounds ridiculous.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Benson.
Yeah.
If I go on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or etc.
Yeah, etc.
Or Twitter.
Yeah.
It'll take me 30 seconds. Matter of fact, all I would have to do is just type in "I hate men."
Hold on. What was that?
Oh yes, I was saying if I go on Twitter or TikTok or
Right.
Instagram
Right.
or Facebook or
Right.
any fucking website, maybe
Right.
minus YouTube. No, even on YouTube, it wouldn't even
You
fucking
won't find
matter.
it on YouTube.
If I just even on YouTube, it wouldn't even fucking matter. If I just type in on any of these websites, "I hate men," there'd be so many videos that would come up. So many. If I go on Twitter and type in "I hate men," if I go on TikTok, if I go on Instagram, I type in "I hate men," I'll find so many videos for so many women all over the planet. So many videos will come up, but none of them are facing bans. None of them are getting blacklisted. None of them are getting. None of them have the government coming after them for female supremacy. None of them. Nobody. Literally nobody. Like it doesn't happen. There's so many. There's so many examples of it that it's almost like impossible to like even like single in on one fucking example. You know what I mean? It's like it's so obvious. It so happens. And past YouTube, past Twitter, past whatever, it's gotten to the point where I can't play a video game. I can't read a comic book. I can't watch a movie. I can't do a lot of things without somebody telling me why about the fact that since I'm a cis male, whatever the fuck that means, and I'm heterosexual, that I'm a problem and I'm toxic and I should be killed. Literally. I'm not even like being like hyperbolic. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like I can't go on the internet without somebody telling me why I deserve to die because I'm a man and I'm heterosexual. And this is you'll look at like The View or something, and they got a whole fucking 20-minute segment of their show about Lorena Bobbitt cutting the dick off her husband and throwing it in the garbage disposal, and all the women on there laugh about it and saying, haha, that's his fault for letting his dick get cut off. Or once again, you look at The View, they just did a whole segment on TV, which is one of another topics we're going to talk about tonight or maybe tomorrow night, where like on the number one, the most watched show by women in America, which is The View, and then they're saying that all men in the country are useless and we don't need them. And it's like there's so much misandry that just doesn't fucking matter.
No, I'll say
but
this.
Even if there's no misogyny, they'll try to say, well, hey, this is misogyny.
Well, no, that's what I'm
and
saying.
It'll shut it down.
Listen, when you have the screams of a perceived oppressed group, they're going to.
I hate this argument so much.
It's not great. Listen, I'm not standing by it. When the perception around them is that they are the oppressed party.
You know why I hate this argument, Mr. Benson? Because every time somebody makes this argument, they'll say this argument with one breath, and the next breath they'll say, but by the way, I want equality. No, equality means you want it the same across the board, which means there's no fucking excuse, which means at the end of the day, you have to agree with me. Misandry is bad, misogyny is bad. But if you come and tell me, well, misogyny is bad, but misandry, it's like, well, it's okay because one's oppressed and one's not, then you don't fucking believe in equality. You can't hold it's cognitive dissonance. You can't hold both opinions at the same time. You can't. Either you want equality or you want misogyny, or you want misandry. It's one of the other. And it sounds like you want fucking misandry. You want it to be okay to hate men, but it's not okay to hate women.
Or at least that's what they got going on over there. I'm just telling you what could be the case. I don't necessarily know if that's what they're going to tell you. But
listen, if I try to tell you, wait a minute. Okay, I can't hate women. Okay, that's fine. But you hate women, and all these people hate women. Well, it's okay. I mean, I can't hate women. Okay, fine. But you hate men, and all these people hate men. It's okay if we hate men because we've been oppressed for no. Either it's equal or it's not. So you either want equality or you want supremacy. And if you just straight up say, look, I want supremacy. I want female supremacy. That's what I want. I want female supremacy. I respect the hardcore feminists way more than the bullshit feminists. I respect them way more. But they straight up say, no, I want fucking supremacy. I want all men to die and I want women to rule the planet. Hey, okay, you telling the truth.
Hey,
I respect you.
But
no, I disagree, but I respect it. You telling the truth. I want all men to die. All men are bad. If I give birth to a child and that tell me it's a baby, I want them to fucking abort it. You know what I mean? Like, I want all men. Oh, no, they say it. I could pull up the videos right now. They said, oh, I just got a gender reveal today. I found it's a boy. I'm about to get an abortion tomorrow because it's a boy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. No, you think I'm making this shit up?
That's wild. I mean, I don't got time for it to go over it now, but that's wild.
No, but you know what? I respect it. But when you come from the other side, where it's like, no, I want equality, but like, yeah, they're misandrous, but like, misandry isn't that bad because of the historical systemic. No. And if you try to make that argument, I lose respect for you.
Hopefully.
Because either you want equality, or you don't.
And I respect the fact that you don't. And I respect the fact
that you don't. Like when I always ask this question to anybody who claims they're a feminist. I ask one question. All right, you for the social, political, and economic equality between men and women.
Yeah.
Can you name one right men have? One right, I mean a legal right. Can you name one right men have that women don't? Because I could name about 5, let's just say 5 rights that women have that men don't. I can name off the top of my head like 5. Can you name one right that men have that women don't?
As of today, no. As of today, because a lot of laws have been either ratified or abolished.
Mm-hmm. But in the opposite way, no, they haven't. Because I can name right now. Do you want to hear them? I'll make it real quick. Cause I know you got to go real soon.
Yeah.
I'll make it real quick. I'll make it real quick. Okay, so let's start paternal rights. There's 2 rights. There's 2 rights. If you are a woman, you have the right to decide. Do I want to be a parent?
Yeah.
Or do I not want to be a parent?
9 points of ownership of a child belongs to women.
You have 2 rights right there. I mean, we could go over to the 9 points of ownership. That's a whole different argument. But you as a woman have the right to decide. Do I want to be a parent? Do I not want to be a parent?
Man does not have that right.
I don't have that right. I don't have that right. If I'm a man and a child's about to be born and it's my child, I'm like, well, hey, I don't want to be a parent. Well, step up, nigga. I'm just like, well, damn, I don't want to be a parent. Step up. You got her pregnant. Step up. It was like, well, I don't want to be a parent. Stop being a deadbeat. Step up. But on the other side, Hey, a woman's like, I don't want to be a parent. Oh, you're so brave. You're powerful.
Well, that's
You go ahead and abort that baby. You're so brave for aborting that baby. I was like, wait, but she just said she don't want to be a parent. And I said I don't want to be a parent. You're a deadbeat. You're a piece of shit. Nigga, step up. What about her? She's brave. Okay. Flip it around. Hey, listen, I really want to be a dad. I want to be a dad. Will you let me be a dad? You're an abuser. You're a manipulator. You're controlling. Okay. Flip it around. Hey, I really want to be a mom. Hey, I don't want to be a dad, but I want to be a mom though. Oh, step up, nigga. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. That's the real world. This is the real world. You want to be a mom?
like family court is no place for a man, bro.
Yeah, no. This is the real world. You want to be a mom? Then you're an angel. You're beautiful. You don't want to be a mom. You're brave. I want to be dad. I want to be a dad. You're a manipulator. You're an abuser. You're controlling. She don't want to be a mom. You're trying to force her to be a mom. I just want to be a dad. You're a manipulator. You're an abuser. Okay, I don't want to be a dad. You're a piece of shit. You're a dirtbag. You're a deadbeat. She can kill this nigga and I can't abandon him?
Right.
Those are two. I'm not even done.
Yeah.
If I wanna get a driver's license, if I want to get financial aid to go to school, if I want to get a loan from a bank, if I want to get a house or an apartment complex, 4 things, it's more than that, but those are the first 4 I think about, right? If I want to get like a house, if I want to get a loan, if I want financial aid, if I want a driver's license, I have to sign select a service. I have to. I don't have a fucking choice. I have to. Matter of fact, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, damn near 10 times out of 10, I'm going to be in school one day and the teacher's going to hand me a sheet of paper and I'm going to sign select service. I won't even know what I'm signing.
You're not.
And I'm going to sign select service. What does that say? Select service says between the ages of 18 to 29, if shit pops off and we start World fucking 3, guess what, nigga? You just already signed it away. You agreed to say, hey, I'm going to go to fucking war and I'm going to die. And in return, I get to get financial aid. I get to get bank loans. I get to own a house. I get to be able to drive on the road. Men had to do that. Women, oh, they could drive on the road. They could get a loan from the bank. They could get financial aid for school. Do you see what I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So right there, I just named 5. No, 6. 6 rights you have that I don't have. I named 6 rights. 6 rights you have that I don't have. Can you name one? And I will give you one. I'll give you one, Miss Bennington.
Mm-hmm.
In about half the states in this country. It's not right down the middle. It's like almost right down the middle, but half of the states of this country, in about half the states in this country, men can be in public with no shirt on. There are some states where women cannot be in public with no shirt on. There are some states where women can be in public with no shirt on. So that's one right I have, kinda. That's one right I have as a man that you don't have as a woman. Okay.
And that's only half the states. That's only half the states.
Right, but across every state, I can name 6 rights you have I don't have. So when someone says, well, I'm just fighting for the social, political, and economic equality between men and women, well, what about all the rights that you have that I don't have? No. Those can stay. I don't have parental rights. Nobody cares. You can get a driver's license and I can't. Nobody cares. Okay, well, you get financial aid and I can't. Nobody cares. Okay, well, you can get a loan from the bank and I get. Nobody cares. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm starting to think you don't really give a fuck about the social, political, and economic equality between men and women. I mean, am I wrong for thinking that?
Oh, I mean, if all the evidence leads you in one direction, right?
That's why I could never understand how somebody could outright say with like confidence, yeah, I'm a feminist. My only question would be why?
Or
no, and the reason why I say why is because the feminists of the past have already done what the feminists today claim that they want done. They already did it. The law's already equal. Matter of fact, the law benefits you more than it does men. I didn't even get into the family court system yet.
Yeah. I was going to say that if you are, because it's in waves, right? First wave feminism was absolutely necessary. You need a first wave feminism. You knew niggas was wild in the street.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, sure.
Second wave feminism, you probably needed that one too. Like women need to be protected in the workplace. I don't. No,
they got the same rights. Now they working. Now they need to be protected in the workplace.
Yeah. So that's fair. You need those two. Those 2 waves of feminism you absolutely need. Third wave feminism, there's some aspects that you may need, some things you might want to get rid of. That's case by case basis.
I don't think you gotta get rid of anything. I think you just need to add some shit. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. I gotta be drafted to get the same rights you get for free. How about you can't get those rights unless you're drafted as well? That fixes that problem right there. There's 4 rights you have that I don't have. Yeah, you get to just be born in the country, and those are your rights. I have to agree to be drafted to get those rights. If I don't agree to be drafted, I'm going to go to jail.
Right. No, I agree with that. That's the reason why I said some things can be revised, edited, whatever. Right? That's case by case basis. Fourth wave feminism, that's not even feminism, dog.
What's female supremacy?
That's female supremacy.
Right, but the government's not trying to shut down female supremacy. The government's trying to shut down male supremacy.
I would say that young men are being done. What's happening with young men is probably the worst situations I've ever heard of in my ever. 3
it's crazy.
Not to graduate college. 4 times more likely to go to jail. 12 times more likely to commit suicide.
Yeah, it's crazy about all of that. What you're saying?
What?
People could say whatever they want to say about Andrew Tate, but he made a very, very valid point. The government will always be afraid of military-aged men, always, and they will always try to suppress them, and they will always try to rule them, always. This is what Andrew Tate said. Feel how you want about it. I pulled a clip up. He said this, and he was like, she said the government will always try to silence and shut up military-aged men, because if you can shut them up, then you 100% eradicate the chances of a civil war, because women aren't going to go fight a civil war. The men will. So if the government can completely silence military-age men, which is 18 to 29, then guess what happens? The government wins.
which means the government can never be overthrown because women ain't going to overthrow the government. They're not about to go to war and fight against them. No. And if the government can convince the women that they're on their side, no, it's you and I. It's the women and the government against the men, and the women like, yeah, it's the women and the government against the men. Yeah, if the government can convince you of that,
Yeah, it's dangerous.
then
It's particularly dangerous.
the government wins. So you come out channels like MTR and Araco and stuff, we're just telling dudes, hey, look, man, don't get married, don't do all this bullshit. Don't. I'm married, by the way. Your government's like, don't get married, don't do all this bullshit. Don't give the government control over your life to lose your whole life to a woman and all this other stuff. Oh no, they're male supremacists. We need to shut them down. Well, what about all these other content creators on the internet that outright hate men, say they hate men, don't even hide behind it, don't even like trying to be obscure about it, and it's like, no, we hate men and all this other stuff, and it's like, no, they're fine.
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem.
I don't know, but Soulfish just hates women, though, right? Yeah, Soulfish just hates women. He's a misogynist, and he hates strong, powerful female characters, and he's just crazy. That's just what it is. Soulfish.
But no, but I might have to go and take care of my girl real quick. But yeah, I think the major issue is we need a pendulum swing again. Because I think we try to overcorrect, and that's how you got fourth wave feminism.
Yeah.
So we just need another pendulum swing to just get us back course corrected.
Right, but the government can say no, we're not doing that. We let y'all swing the pendulum once. We ain't letting y'all come back. We gonna silence and censor the fuck out of you. Well, I mean, they could do that, but the only option past that is the thing you tried to prevent. I got civil war.
True. But also it comes down to a matter of us as men. Like when we say course correct, how do we treat women who disagree with us? How do we treat women who do agree with us? Like we have to course correct
We
by
treat
being
them like
the things that
people.
we want.
We
Yeah,
treat
just
them
treat
the
them like
same way I treat my wife. My wife don't agree with me. I sit down, I talk to her. I understand what's going on, what's happening. I try to understand her point of view.
yeah. No, just all we gotta do is course correct. And course correct don't have to be something that you do out loud. Course correct be something that you do with the woman that you lay next to every day. And we just correct it one by one until one day you look up, you have a brand new country. Sometimes it don't start big, sometimes it starts small.
I'm saying right now, Miss Benson, if the SOULcast had more followers, we'll be on that list.
Just start. And
No, you hear what I just said?
yeah, I did. But I'm like, listen, we ain't even gotta have a whole lot of followers to just do what I just said. Just start with a little bit.
No, I feel you on that. But what I'm saying is, if we were on that, if we had more followers, we would be on that list.
Oh, you think so?
Even though you're the complete opposite of me, you would be on that list. And the reason why you would be on that list is because you had the nerve to understand what I'm saying.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Even if I in some cases disagree.
But we can leave it up there. Come back tomorrow night. Mr. Benson,
Yeah,
earlier, definitely earlier than this.
definitely earlier than this, but we'll be back tomorrow night.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, listen, guys.
It has been the SOULcast.
Hey,
after hours.
Hey, it's been your boy here with Mr. Benson. It's been your boy, SOULcast.
Hell Hydra.
Hell Hydra.
Hell Hydra. See you.